Hey, what's up, what's up? Good day. I got some RNG to fail today. And it's been like a whole week since I've streamed, so super busy week, lots of stuff going on. Haven't had time, and this weekend is pretty busy as well. So found a little while to stream here through Reset because it's the 18th day of this event, the reward gem event. So, you know, I may as well stream my failure on that, trying to get some Serendipity Stones, and then, of course, you know, using the Serendipity Stones and failing in RNG to actually get the stats that I want. Of course, all of that will happen today. Additionally, I am 7 out of 8 Ionot Animas. Now, this is only for the regular Haram Ring. It has a 3-month timer, so I'll still need 10 more, plus 300 more Starlight Crystals, plus 20 more of those wizard tokens to actually finish that thing. So that's quite a process to actually get the full Haram Ring permanently. So I'm I don't know what to think about that one, honestly, because I kind of like this ring, the one that it gives us, the augmented one. And I don't know, maybe you keep this ring after you upgrade it. Probably not. Probably takes this one and gives you a new one, which would suck, because I kind of like this ring for the stats. And I don't necessarily want the flawless one if I'm going to lose this one, because having a ring for extra defense is just nice to have on hand. But anyways, so I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure how I want to proceed yet with this. So I'll complete it hopefully today, assuming I can get another Ionot Anima. But if not, that's fine. I'll just wait anyways, because I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that. Otherwise, it's weekend, so, you know, I'm kind of just streaming because I've got some extra time. I wanted to stream while I was just doing regular gameplay and just help out with, you know, answering questions, helping people out. Whatever the regular stuff is that I normally do. We'll try to do some arenas and things and just chill, you know, play a video game. We've got... Oh, actually, arenas, I think, reset today. Tomorrow. Let me see. What does it say? I forgot how arenas work. I mean, I know how they work, but the end time... Okay, the rankings are closed the last day of the month at 12 a.m. Now, I think 12 a.m. means, obviously, like, you know, UTC time, so I think this is actually reset. I think when reset hits, the rankings are closed. I think. Yeah, data from the 31st will be applied to February's rankings and will not affect January's rankings. So I think that's correct. So I think I can lock in my rank here and be fine with that, and then after reset, maybe we can queue up to arenas and not actually worry about rank or anything, which would be nice. So that might be the plan. Otherwise, I don't think there's been any crazy news. Oh, actually, that's not true, is it? Let me look here. Yeah, so they did put out the work in progress Garden of the Gods patch notes. Now, this is nothing different from the patch notes we've seen in, like, Japan and stuff, other than the fact that it's missing a bunch of information. I will, you know, obviously it's work in progress, so they're still working on it, and I'm glad that they're at least giving that to us for now. They've kind of given us work in progress patch notes in the past, so this isn't anything really new, but I'm glad they do it, because people always ask and beg for them, and at least now we have something. Keeping in mind, of course, those can change, or whatever. Wait, does that guy have the new reindeer? Oh, it's just a gallant white elk, okay. Anyways, so, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I think that's kind of the only news and stuff that's happening right now, is that, yeah, they've got the work in progress patch notes out. The public test server is expected to be open sometime next week. I think they said Monday is their hope. Now, that's cool. I actually went and reinstalled PTS, and then, you know, I'll play PTS once it's open, because I want to try and check out the garden and look at stuff. And I really want to try my dragon on the garden, see if I can even summon it at all, the black dragon that I have on PTS. I don't know if I have another scroll to reanimate it and give it another 30 days. I'll have to try to ask somebody for one, or something. I'll figure it out. But if I can, that'd be cool, because I want to see if the black dragon actually works in the garden. That would be kind of insane. What else did they say in their news? Yeah, not really anything else, just latest version of patch notes. What did they say? Public test server... Wait a minute, hold on. They just said the public test server is open. That's not right. It's not open. Why did they say it is open? Is it? No, it's not. It's offline. The first line in this, the public test server is open once more. Wait a minute, hold on. Now it says, and then the second line is, our public test server is targeted to open May... What? Okay, anyways, it's targeted to open June 1st. This is a very horrible sentence. Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, well, anyways, let me just send that out. Hold on. This is the craziest thing. Hold on. Yeah, here. This is what I'm linking. This whole thing. The first line of that is so funny. Alright, anyways, I think it's pretty funny. So, we'll see. I mean, if that comes out Monday, then I'm going to try to stream then and, you know, chill on the server and hang out with people and see how that stuff is. Obviously, I don't know if we'll be able to actually do any content on the PTS. We can go and try to test everything that's on the patch notes from Japan or the patch notes from Korea to see what we have versus what they have. I think that's what I kind of want to do. And then we'll have a stream of recording for all that stuff, and maybe they can make the patch notes similar to what they have in Japan, right? I think that would make the most sense. So that might be the plan for whenever PTS gets released. If that's Monday, cool. We'll try to schedule some time to hang out there. Alright. I'll check in some other stuff in the background. Alright. Anyways, yeah, we'll just kind of chill on stream. Obviously things kind of pick up a little bit later after I start streaming. We'll see how that goes, and otherwise, yeah, we're just helping people. I've already put out the stream in the official RCage Discord, in the streams channel, since I have the content creator role there. I've put out a tweet about it. I don't know if people really get here from Twitter. I don't think that's a thing. People, like, I get some analytics about where people come from, but most people are just browsing for arcade streams, hilariously. Like, it's actually true. Most people that come to the streams are people who just are looking for streams on Arcade. They're not necessarily looking for mine, which I think is actually kind of interesting. That means that people are interested in Arcade content. And it's hard to find Arcade content. So, you know, there's not many streamers, or they're not streaming content that's interesting or whatever. So, I don't know. Just kind of an interesting thing I've noticed. Let's see. Anything else going on? I don't think they've announced anything, right? Not really. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Just checking things. Getting in conversations that I don't need to be in. That's okay. Starting up the stream. Things are kind of relaxed anyways. Actually, the whole stream is going to be relaxed, so I shouldn't really be worried or care too much. Anyways, daily start up in like 40 minutes here, and that's when we'll go and do all the RNG stuff. In the meantime, I'm just hopping around on the Dragon, and follow from cities up. I don't think people are doing that last minute, right? Yeah, not really. I did gem the last slot of my Evanglow thing, just with the tier 1 gems, which is still better than nothing. An extra 8% on Impale and Stun time, I think is pretty good. I'll take that. Why not? And then I think the rest of the stuff is good. We'll try to do Hereafter Rebellion pretty quickly after the reset too, just because I want to hopefully get the last Ionod Anima. And I feel like loot pots are supposed to work in there, just given how the actual drop of the Ionod Anima works. So we'll try to pot a little bit to see if I can get it. But again, I cannot come up with whether or not I want to upgrade the ring right now. Because, again, if it replaces this augmented one, that would suck, because I like the augmented one. I wish I had 3 rings. The Flawless Dream Ring, the augmented one, and then the Flawless Here I'm Ring. Which you might actually... I just don't know if that's true or not. Like, I don't know if you get to retain this or not. Like, nobody's ever said anything to me about it. I don't know where to find that info, of whether or not you get to keep this ring in addition to the Flawless one. Because I would love to have both. Because this is a good ring. Just a defense ring. Whereas the Flawless one might not even roll with the right stats that I want. In fact, it probably won't. So I'll have to go and try to re-roll that too, in addition to the fact that my costume isn't done, and my underpants aren't done. So, oh god, it's... I don't want to have a ring for 3 months that I'm not even going to use, you know. It's like... I don't know. Mixed feelings about what I want to do with that. Let me see. I used all my labor recharges the way I wanted to. I think everything is generally good for reset. Yeah. Let's just go farm for now. Actually, no, I need to be here. Do I need to be here? No, not really. Yeah, let's go farm. We'll farm. We'll start the stream. We'll get people in. We'll help answer questions. It'll be chill. We'll do some RNG after reset. I think everybody is on their 18th day, right? For the... Yeah, because I started this... I started this quest, this laborer thing, the day of... Question mark, question mark, question mark. The day of the patch, like before the reset. So the patch came out, I got it done before reset, so I have, I think, an extra one compared to a lot of people who only logged in after reset. So I might be one of the first people to try to get those RNG boxes. I'd like to see how many people are going to be hanging out by the actual, like the thing where you turn in these coins right after reset starts. That'll be interesting. Let's go and farm somewhere. Let's farm in Almonds. Because I want to get more synthesis stones. I don't know if people have been talking about PTS a lot, but man, I do not want to do it. God, it's so... Not interested in that this time. Don't want to get involved in it. I don't want to... Like, I'd rather be working on this character. Especially if merges and transfers are going to happen. Specifically merges. I'd rather already be on a server that is probably going to get merged into or something. Whereas the PTS, it'll die in like 2 to 3 months possibly, and then after that it's like, who knows when there will be a merger. These ones would be the ones getting merged first, right? They would never do it to a server that just came up. No way. That'd be terrible. I really wish that they at least did the progression server idea, where you bring up a server and then merge people into other servers, but Korea did that at one point, and then they never did it again, so I assume that they just didn't like that idea, or it didn't really work out the way that they were planning for it to. Let me level up something while I'm here. Wolf and Pangolin, who is almost done, actually. Oh, getting there. Wait, what? Did the sound totally stop? Oh, we're good. Ooh, actually, that's a really good question. So we know that the damage applied onto a target is calculated, like, the positions of people and everybody is calculated the moment the damage hits. Well, Sunder Earth is technically a delayed hit. So if I Sunder Earth followed by, like, Shadow Step or Sinister Strike to go behind them, would the damage count as backstab damage? It probably wouldn't on a mob because they instantly turn towards you, but against a player that might actually make a lot of sense to do this. Because the Sinister Strike, if we go back, should have actually hit before Sunder Earth. Let's see. It didn't. Wow. Man, things are really split second there. Let me go try it again. It does feel like you're behind the target before Sunder Earth hits. I bet I can actually catch that on stream. So, what I want to do is this. That was really hard to tell what happened there. Let's take a look. Did Sinister Strike hit before Sunder Earth? No, not again. So, maybe that's not working the way that I wanted it to. Let's try it again, one more time. So I'm going to attack from the front. Alright, let me turn on Crisp, since the air conditioning was just turned on here. Hold on. It'll be a little bit lower quality, but you won't have to deal with all that. There we go, way better. Alright. So that time, did it work? No, it never does it. Sinister Strike always hits second. But I feel like I am behind the target, though. Okay, that time something just failed. Oh no. Oh my god, still Sunder Earth hit first. How? Okay, hold on. Let me see when Sunder Earth hits alone. I gotta look at this. I have to study this now because I'm curious. Because that's actually a really good combo. Considering Sunder Earth does so much damage, if I'm also able to teleport right behind the target and you get backstab damage off on a Sunder Earth, that's really good. Assuming that I'm in front of the target for some reason to begin with. So let me just do... Oh, maybe it is instant. Why does it... I guess the circle is delayed, and that's what's kind of screwing me up. So Sunder Earth is still instant, but the circle that comes down, the animation is delayed a little bit. I'm always like... I always, like, never pinpoint exactly what's happening with Sunder Earth. That's why I always feel like it's really wonky. For example, if you use Backdrop Sunder Earth, the placement of the actual circle is always, like, totally random somewhere between where you started backdropping versus where you ended backdropping. And it's really, really hard to tell what exactly is going to happen. What? I didn't even hit R. Well, that wasn't good. Okay, apparently I hit R. My bad. R being Tiger Strike. Whoops. We'll have to get the hell out of here. Of course, this isn't making it any easier to do it. Being snared. Go, run! Don't want it to summon more stuff. No, it still knows that I'm here. Come here, dog. Okay, we're good. I think we should be out of the range of that now. It possibly spawned more stuff, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, let me take a look at Sunder Earth again. Yes, okay, so there absolutely is a delay on both the animation and the actual time of when the this Earth energy buff is activated on the ground. That delay is what screws everything up. But there's no delay in the actual damage, so that's good. Well, it's good, but it's also bad because I can't do the combo that I want, which is unfortunate. But not a big deal, because I can always use Sinister Strike first on a target that is crowd-controlled, and then follow up with Sunder Earth, which is how it should be anyways. But it would have been cool to do it in the opposite order if I was able to. Like, so just like here, bam, bam. It's not too bad. Assuming it's not a mob that always looks towards you no matter what. Unless, of course, they are crowd-controlled. Plus, how much backstab damage do I even have? 23%! Okay, I really need to do backstab damage as much as possible. Can't believe that I didn't really notice I had that much. No internet access. Hello, you're a new player. Can you ask some questions? I have no idea how you're on the internet right now. How you're talking to me right now if you don't have any internet access, but I'm sure you get that a lot. Please feel free to ask. Anything you want. It's, don't worry about asking anything you might consider a new question, since Arcade is ridiculously complicated, so... yeah, feel free to. Let me also get some mana. And drink some water, because I can feel that my voice is more nasally than it should be. I have no idea why. You want to try healer, but you don't know what weapon to go for. Two-handed or one-handed club. So the benefits of both are different, and they actually become even more beneficial in later patches. So this is something to keep in mind, and I'm going to kind of discuss very quick on an idea of both, and then what's going to change. And that will maybe, hopefully, get you to make up your mind, right? So the benefits of one-handed club, of course, is that you can have a shield or a different offhand, something like a dagger offhand, if you wanted to just go for the attack speed bonus from dual wielding. The attack speed bonus is really nice for really quick global cooldown reduction stuff and animation times for melee attacks and things. It's cool. But it's just something that people do. Most people will see a shield on their offhand because they just, well, you know, the whole point is you don't want to die as a healer. So the shield does help give you those defensive values. Absolutely. The two-handed, on the other hand, is a little different. And I don't know why I said on the other hand. It doesn't work that well. But a two-handed, let's go with staff. The two-handed buff is a little different. It does give you extra healing by a percentage, 5%, which is pretty nice. The other thing is that it does give you healing skill range of +2 meters, which is important to keep in mind. And it does give a very massive cast time reduction of -7%. This is one of the big deals with two-handed weapons, is that your cast time is reduced by a pretty hefty load, which you can then use and abuse to heal yourself much faster. A lot of healers will go with a shield and club because they can keep themselves alive by just sheer damage mitigation, while other healers might go two-handed club and keep themselves alive by pure healing abilities, by making sure that they can get their healing abilities off as quickly as humanly possible. Now, there's no necessarily wrong routes to go. You can go PvP two-handed weapon, you can go PvP one-handed club with a shield or a dagger, however the situation calls for, right? All of it is fine. People might say this or that is better, but the point is they're both good at what they do. Two-handed is way better at just pumping out way more healing. And even quicker, right? And even from a little bit of a higher skill range of +2 meters for all of those abilities. So definitely two-handed is good for the pure healing. And this is amazing for PvE builds, right? Because you don't have to worry about surviving as much in PvE, whereas the, you don't necessarily need a shield, right? So you can just pump out as much healing as possible with two-handed. Whereas a club and a shield sometimes is better for PvP, where as a healer you tend to get targeted down as quickly as possible. But as you learn the game, you start to find ways to sort of avoid taking damage and getting crowd controlled. And so even with a club, if you kind of understand the game and understand positioning, you can kind of keep yourself alive without even needing the damage mitigation of a shield, because you're going to be healing yourself much more often. Now, the future stuff is important to keep in mind, because they are changing up two-handed quite a bit, and it makes two-handed gameplay a little bit more recommended in some cases. And what they're changing is, if I can just kill this thing, I don't know why I aggroed so many mobs, and I'm just kind of trying to get myself out of that. But yeah, so what they're changing... Oh my god, why am I not doing any damage? Oh, because I'm using a staff. I'm still on my old... Oh god, I was showing off staff and then I forgot to switch back weapons. Okay, we're good now. Anyways, so the stuff they're changing is that they are making it so that two-handed weapons of magic and healing also gain the bonus from attack speed, okay? Now, attack speed is a weapon concept only for melees right now, where if something has a higher attack speed on the weapon, I don't know if you can see it on my screen, but my axe is an attack speed of 1.1. This means that you actually gain 10%, for the 1.1, 10% more damage on melee abilities. However, it is 10% slower. That is, the animation time and the global cooldown after is 10% slower. So more damage, but slower. Now, they're actually going to be making this apply to magic and healing. And that's a big deal, because staffs, clubs I should say, are great clubs, right? Great clubs have a 1.3 attack speed, and if they make that work with great clubs, that means that they will have 30% more healing on top of everything else on great clubs. However, you suffer 30% more of an animation time, as well as a global cooldown time. Not a cast time, but a global cooldown time. The little circle that means, you have to wait before you can cast another ability, that sort of thing. So that's something to keep in mind. That means that clubs will be way stronger and heal way more. However, they're going to be a little bit slower in the animation times of stuff. Not the cast times, but the animation times, as well as the global cooldown to be able to cast another ability. So it's quite a different way to look at it. Now keep in mind, global cooldown can still be reduced quite a bit with attack speed bonuses. But obviously, as a two-handed weapon, you don't have the bonus from dual wielding, so that's something to keep in mind as well. So there's some crazy things kind of happening. There's some other two-handed buffs as well. But those are the kind of positives and negatives of everything. The other thing is, in the Garden update, there's a couple of skills in this game that currently reduce healing received, like Absorb Life Force, which reduces the received healing of a target. Right now it's 60%, but those actually get increased to 90%. So there's a lot of ways to reduce a target's ability to heal, meaning it's going to be much harder for a healer to heal themselves. It's going to be much harder for a healer to heal themselves, too, in the next patch if they're affected by Innervate or Absorb Life Force, or I think there's one more, too. So those are all the facts in front of you, okay? And I noticed you also had mentioned something back, so let me look at that. But you wanted to try two-handed club, but you read some guides and people were saying that you never go two-handed. So that's, again, it's not true. It's mostly a preference, right? There are a lot of healers in PvP that do really, really well with two-handed clubs, with great clubs, and they're fine, because they know and they understand the game enough to keep themselves alive. They don't necessarily need all the damage mitigation from the shield, because they understand where they need to be, who they need to be by, how to keep themselves alive, and in many cases, you know, they understand well-timed shields and mana shields and other things in order to keep themselves alive, even without a shield. But it does require quite a bit more understanding of the game and practice, absolutely. Additionally, two-handed clubs are also just great, amazingly great at PvE, which means that you'll be able to help your guild more in PvE content, and in many cases that means keeping people alive in order to generate more gold in different ways without having to spend healing potions or whatever. So there's some value in that as well. And again, there's no real wrong way to go. There isn't. People will say this or that is wrong, but the truth is it isn't. It just depends on how you play and how good you are, and how much you're willing to learn. It's definitely easier to go a one-handed club with a shield right now, because you don't have to focus as much about keeping yourself alive, because your shield will do that, right? You get the block rate from the shield, so you can block attacks sometimes that are from the front of you if they are melee attack or ranged attack, and shields can just give you a really, really big surplus of defense, right? So there's a lot of value to that, absolutely. But if you're just that's mostly if you're just learning the game, it might be better. But if you already understand the game, or you're just willing to learn a lot more, then you can play two-handed club just fine, but you are going to definitely have to be careful, because yes, if you're targeted down in PvP, you have to know what to do right away, and it's going to take you some time to adjust and learn that and get better at it. And yeah, it's going to be a tough thing to do. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to feel good until you understand the game a little bit more. It will absolutely take a lot of time, so please keep that in mind. It will not be easy. Especially if you're a new player, right? You've got a lot to learn from the beginning, and there's a million things that are so complicated, but if you're willing to be patient and learn over time, then it might be better. Just depends. If you play a two-handed club, what armor type? That's kind of up to you. There's not really a wrong answer here. A lot of people that are healers generally go cloth, but not for the reason you'd expect. Yes, cloth is generally the biggest damage type that you'll get hit by because of how much AoE you get from magic abilities. But cloth is just really, really good because of the 20% debuff duration. So anything that's a debuff that hits you, excluding some minor things, anything that hits you that's debuff, any kind of CC, will be reduced in duration by 20%. Which is actually really good. So you actually, a fifth of the timers are always reduced before everything else. This is awesome because, it just means you'll be CC'd a lot less in battle on average, and it's cool. However, you are now more susceptible to taking quite big hits from melee and range, right? Because the cloth armor type obviously doesn't give you as much physical defense. So the people who would be actually targeting you and trying to pick you out are the people from range, the bow people, or the people from melee who are trying to dive in and kill off a healer, the melee people. So you'd be going cloth, but you'd also be susceptible to literally the two types of people that are just there to kill you. Because that's their whole job in raid versus raid, is to pick off specific people, and you might be the target of that. So playing with a two-handed club in that situation, oh man, you better know what you're doing, right? So again, at the beginning it's going to feel bad, but as you learn the game, as time passes, you might start to understand what to do in order to survive in those situations. You can go plate, of course, to just specifically counter that ability so that people who are there to just kill you are not going to be able to as easily, right? However, now you're more susceptible to magic damage by going plate, which means that the general raid versus raid hey, a whole bunch of AoE magic damage is happening all over the place, you're going to get hit by that quite strongly, and you have to keep that in mind. So your positioning and your location, all of that matters in keeping yourself alive again. You can take the middle approach and go leather, and be kind of okay against both damage types. But again, you are once again, now everybody's kind of able to hit you to some degree, and defense penetration builds might actually be able to perfectly penetrate through all of your defense if you're going leather. So because you've got a lower amount for both physical and magic, so you have to keep that in mind. And there's a lot of different choices here. There's really no wrong choice. And the fact is they keep constantly changing things in the game. If you stress too much over trying to make a choice, you're going to be pretty disappointed in the end. So my suggestion is just stick with something that feels like it's the best for you. Try it out. If you're just starting out, you'll have explorer's gear, so you'll have plenty of time before you actually go and upgrade that all the way up to Haram gear to make a choice, because then you can always reroll and get different ones. Alternatively, that would be my main thing, is that try to pick your armor during that time, during the early game, and then just focus on it after that. But again, there's not necessarily any wrong choice. It's just every choice you make is going to have different strengths and different weaknesses, and you're going to have to learn to play around what gameplay style you chose. Okay? There's nothing there's nothing wrong with anything. It's just you're going to have to learn how to adapt. So if you go cloth, you're going to have to learn how to survive against melee and ranged. If you go plate, you're going to have to learn how to survive against mages. If you go leather, you're going to have to learn how to survive. It's just that's how that works. So I hope that it gives you some clarity, but my whole point is that also don't stress too much about it, because otherwise you're going to get really, really worried about things. You're going to feel like you did the wrong choice, when the truth is, again, there's no wrong choice. It's just you're going to have to learn to play to your strengths and weaknesses. You're going to figure it out, and it's not going to be easy, and it's going to take a lot of time. But if you really give it the time it requires, you'll be happy, and it'll be fine. And then you'll feel like a much stronger player. But also keep in mind, this is a raid versus raid game, right? This is an MMO, and it requires a lot of people working together. So if you ever feel like you're not able to accomplish something, maybe it's because you just don't have the right party members with you to help you, take out the melees. If you're cloth, right? You don't have enough people there to help defend you from melees and ranged, or you don't have enough people if you go plate. You don't have enough people in your team to actually stop mages from even targeting you in the first place, right? So there are other things. Team play is really, really important to keeping people alive, and sometimes having people who are two-handed club with you just for the insanely strong heals is a really, really big value that people unfortunately undervalue, because everybody feels like you have to go one-handed club and a shield because everything is solo in this game, and if you can't keep yourself alive, nobody will. But the truth is, if you have a really, really good team that knows how to work together and communicate, you're going to be fine. It doesn't necessarily matter what you're wearing. You'll figure it out, and you'll work with your team to keep everybody alive. I know, super long-winded answer again. This is how I tend to answer things, because there's no, anybody who says there's an actual answer to something is not thinking in the long term, in the long game. But being able to come up with your own answers and how you want to play is the most fun way to play. You'll feel the best because the decisions you make are yours. They're not decisions other people told you to make. So you made them, you're going to own up to them, you're going to learn to play that way, and you're going to feel good when you actually do figure it out. But yes, it's not going to be easy, and it's going to take a lot of time. Arpeggios are really, really complicated. But, hopefully it doesn't shy you away from the game, because it's quite amazing. Alright, how was that? Is that a good answer? Did I help at all? Did I just confuse you like crazy? I have no idea. But I'm glad you have internet access, no internet access. I'm glad we've gotten to that point. Any other questions from anybody? Again, I'm mostly just streaming to help out with questions like this, even though the answers might be quite long-winded. Good, awesome, I'm glad. Honestly, the community, I know there's a lot of loud people in the community that are, quite impatient or very negative about different things. They're all over the place. You're just going to have to deal with them, unfortunately. It's the same in any MMO. But there are quite a few community members that are absolutely open to help you out. You know, like your guild in general will hopefully be really helpful. People who want you to learn more and want everybody to become better players. There's tons of other content creators that are also putting out guide videos and helping people out and all sorts. So definitely reach out if you have any questions, you or just anybody in the community in general. That's why I do these streams. Hey, Sinister Berry. What are you eating over there? It smells good. Over on the other side of the room.
It's udon.
Udon? Oh, okay. Oh, that's the thing that... Okay, I got it. Cool. That's good. Any other questions anybody has? We got a reset coming up here in 15 minutes, so I'm gonna get ready to do all my RNG stuff, which I am not happy about. I'm gonna be very disappointed with this, but such is the way of the game. And then also we'll see if I can get another anima from the Hereafter Rebellion. Again, oh God, I'm not sure if I want to craft the ring right now. I don't know if it's going to get rid of this ring, so I don't have this ring anymore. I need to ask somebody. I don't even know. Oh, hi. Yeah, dude, it's okay. The broth is alright. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's okay. I'm not super crazy about that, but I think it's good. Sinister Berry bought some udon packaged thing earlier today, so they're trying it out. It's okay. Alright. Anyways, yeah, 15 minutes until reset. I'm not doing any of the regular reset raids. I don't really care too much about those right now. I'll do them later if I need to. Just because it's not gameplay that's interesting to me, so I kind of just do it on my own. But I do have a whole bunch of other things I need to do for reset, and I'll do arenas after reset too, especially if the leaderboards are reset. I'll be very happy to do a bunch of arenas if people are actually queuing up for them. I know it might be tough right at reset because everybody is doing reset stuff at reset instead of arenas. But that's okay. We'll hopefully find something, see how that goes. That's in 14 minutes. Again, if there's anybody lurking in the background, please feel free to ask questions, anything you guys want to learn about Arcade. The game is really, really complicated. You know, there's a million things to learn in this game. And so just because of that, you know, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to ask any noob questions. But trust me, anything you can ask in this game is not a noob question. And if you have the question, I'm sure a bunch of other people do too. You know, to put things into perspective, if you want to get into something as simple as you'd think as logging, right, the logging proficiency of growing trees and cutting them down, because that's how it works, there's still so much to learn in just that proficiency itself. What trees to plant, in what regions, how often do you want to go back to check them, how often does a specific tree proc a specific item, is it worth planting because of that, are you okay with those, you know, the planting percentages and so on. So there's a ton of things, and that's just logging, right? So there's so many different things in the game just to learn about even specific proficiency. So please feel free to ask any questions. You'll be surprised how much you'll learn, even if you're just sitting here and somebody asks a question of something else. Like, for example, right, most of the community had no idea about height damage boost up until a few weeks ago when my friends and I had found out about it and put it up on Reddit and made a big deal about it, because holy crap, this game has existed for 7 years and people couldn't figure out that if you're slightly higher than someone or even massively higher than someone and shooting down at them, you're going to do bonus damage for that. It's not explained anywhere in the game, but it's a linear bonus damage, so it's actually quite a bit at high heights, especially in the water. And everybody, even the Korean community, was shocked, completely shocked at the fact that no one had really realized this was a thing. It's the simplest thing you can think of, height damage bonus, and yet for 7 years it's eluded most people. This is my point when I'm saying the game is not only complicated, but please ask questions, because even some of the simplest things you could think of are not even discovered yet. And so asking the questions to begin with is how you learn stuff and get better at the game and understand positioning a little bit better. And now you actually see people position themselves depending on height, especially in the water, especially in, you know, certain situations when you're fighting on a mountain or whatever. Even just being slightly higher than somebody else will give you a damage bonus versus, you know, them not getting that damage bonus. And in many cases, just jumping up and down does give you the damage bonus just from that alone. And it's actually true. So we've been able to prove that. It's extremely easy to test on your own. The most obvious thing in the game that's eluded most people. But it's there. It's in the game. I mean, it's just insane. So yeah, please ask questions. Don't feel like something is not worth asking just because it might be a new question. Man, I still haven't gone and made highlights of answered questions. I need to do that. I just need to sit down and go through some of my most recent videos and just start highlighting sections where I ask and detail some specific question. Because I feel like, you know, more people ask these questions or have these questions that they're willing to ask. So like putting them at least on my YouTube channel of like even just what you had just asked, no internet access, would be really nice for people trying to learn a little bit more. I don't know if people go to YouTube and search, do I go healer two-handed or one-handed in Arcade? I doubt that's a thing people ask on YouTube. But in the off chance somebody does, you know, maybe they'll run across the video and learn something. I don't know, I'm not sure. I need to do that. I need to, at some point, just go through and highlight a bunch of stuff. Which I've been wanting to do, I just haven't really had time to. It's been a pretty busy week. Alright, 10 more minutes until reset. Let me get some mana care and drink some water. Ooh, they're making wartime in all the zones. Just for reset. Okay. Wait, why are they doing wartime in Eastern? It's already 2 minutes left until wartime. What? People, come on. What a waste of a flag. Oh wait, hold on, what am I saying? The flags are about to go away in like a day here, so that's probably why they're doing it. They just want to get rid of them. If they've got any extra hero flags to put down. Man, it's already almost June. Right? Yeah, almost June. Can't believe it. We've survived for this long in the quarantine of COVID. What an honor. Man, I'm not really doing this right. I really do need to be behind my target at all times. It's just very hard to do that with Twin Shadow Slash and everything. Like, oh, you know what I could do? Oh, it's okay, I want this. You can have the orange juice. Thanks. I really should be using Twin Shadow Slash a little differently, like this. Snare, Twin... Ah, I already did it wrong. Whatever. Pretty much just only use Twin Shadow Slash when I'm behind the target. That would be actually ideal. How would I do that? I'd have to snare, get behind the target to use Twin Shadow Slash. Then Shadow Step, and then use Twin Shadow Slash again, because it's such a powerful skill. So like, bam, and then bam, and then bam, bam, and then bam. I guess that's not terrible. I can make that work, it's just really, really hard. In a 1 versus 1, that's a really, really efficient way to play if I have backstab damage like that. For example, in the balanced arenas, I don't think I have this backstab damage at all. Where is it? This one. 19%. Wait, what happened? Why do I have less now? What did I do? What's going on? Where did my backstab? Oh, it's back now. What happened? What the hell was that? What the... What kind of weird RNG backstab melee damage is this? It was just 19. I didn't even do anything. It went up by 4. The hell is going on here? Wait, it's down again. Oh my god, I'm looking at the wrong number. Jeez, these numbers are confusing me. The two values for backstab, backstab damage and skill damage. Ah, I see. So yeah, the 23% that I have right now, you wouldn't even get in 1v1 arenas that are balanced. So, like, yeah, doing backstab damage is really good because of the fact that they can't be evaded, blocked, or parried. Absolutely. Still really, really, really important. But abilities like Twin Shadow Slash, I think they already can't be parried, blocked, or evaded. Oh, no, it can. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Entangle. Entangle can't be blocked, parried, or evaded. So yeah, I guess using Twin Shadow Slash from behind is just always better because of the fact that it won't be evaded, at least. Mobilization order to Calm Lands. I don't want that. Because I'm already in Calm Lands. I'm gonna wait. Is my penguin almost level 55? Yes. Get in there. Right, I thought they already put down the war flag. What happened? Oh, I guess they did it for Eastern Rum. Man. They're not patient. Couldn't wait 2 minutes. I know the flags are going to go away, but still. Actually, when is the hero change? Is it actually today instead of tomorrow? Right? Because isn't it Saturday always? No, it isn't. Active period is until June 6th. It's actually until next Saturday. Huh. Okay. Okay, so voting period is first Friday and Saturday of each month. That's why. Okay, so it starts at the beginning of each month. Okay. Oh, so why are they all wasting their flags right now? They still have another week with them. That's weird. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's not working the way that I think. Alright, let's go back to Marion. Let's go back to Marion. Also, where am I in the sports fishing list? I am there. What is this? Divine? I think that's 6 coins right now. Yeah, okay. That's fine. It's better than nothing. Let's get back to Marion. How many of these stones did I get? 10. Nice. It's not too bad. 5 of the little ones. Still good progress. Okay, board isn't reset yet. How many loose out bombs do I have? 8? I'm gonna really start fighting to get more honor now, as much as I can. Mostly because I need the honor for the... what are they called? For the things, obviously. Need honor for the Honor Forged medals in order to try to upgrade my Aranor cloak. I'm sorry, my Ionite cloak up to Aranor once the garden comes out. That's mostly what I'm waiting for. Alright, we're just waiting for Risa. I got 3 minutes left. Where am I going to start? Over here? Did I do this already? I did. Alright, I'll wait. Alrighty. Again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Any arcade-related stuff. Here to help with those things. God, why is it so laggy right now? What's going on? 20 frames. 22 frames. I mean, I'm in 4K resolution here, which is undoubtedly why. If I go and turn on optimization mode, that is instantly 30 frames, okay. It's still better. But obviously I hate the way this looks. Oh, it's gross. Don't like it. I'd rather have the highest graphics, even if there is slight lag in Marianople. Alright, we've still got another minute here. Just waiting. See if anything's happening in Discord that's interesting. Nope. Although I really do need to sit in these new help channels more. Oh, Shappy's in these channels. What? Shappy is answering questions in the new player help channels. Wow. Good for him. Good for you, Shappy. Alright, come on. Where's the reset? Should be any second now. Any second now. Any second. Come on. Give me the lag. Where's my reset lag? Let's go. Come on. Hey, we did it. Okay. And then family. Okay. We're good. Push G one too many times. Alright, this is it. This is the last day of this reward gem thing. Oh god. It's so laggy. Get out of the city. So I need to spend 1,500 labor so that I can get the last reward gem that I need to fail at RNG. Like crazy, of course. God, I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate the RNG on this. What? Oh, right. I'm trying to figure out where I got this Gilda star from, and I just realized it's from the Gilda quest that I just done. Normally I don't start with that quest. Alright, where are all the places I need to go? Let's look at this list. Oh, also, let's see if I can get my 1,500, whatever done. 1,500 labor. From anything that's actually worth it. Ooh. No, definitely not worth it. What is that? 4,000 labor. I'm good, thanks. Actually, how much metalwork do I need? I need like 3,000 more to get 50k. It's not worth it. Well, it isn't. But I don't really... I guess I could just use labor from coin purses. I need to get more anyways. Ah, 100 fabric. I don't want to do that one, actually. It's probably worth it, but I don't want to. So I need to go to some other places. Soul's Reed. Wait, no, what am I doing? I still need to do stuff here. I need to do Tanner. And the trade outlet thing. This is still really, really worth it. I'll just do a really quick trade run. Super fast for Marianople. I can't do this. So if I had a house in 2 crowns, and I crafted a thing in 2 crowns, I wouldn't be able to turn it into 2 crowns, right? I'd have to actually turn it in all the way up to Soul's Reed, which isn't terrible because I would just be able to do it by boat. But, yeah, I'm glad that I have a residence in Marianople, just because it's so easy to do this one super easy trade run. I technically don't even need to do it. I could just port over there right now and finish it, but why not? Because I may as well just get some extra money out of it. It's like, again, super fast trade run. Easiest thing in the universe. I have a little car for it. The cheapest car ever that I built, like, literally, like, what, 3 weeks into the game coming out, into AAU coming out? I built this little baby car, and it's been the most helpful thing in the universe. This cheap little thing. It's been so helpful since then. Everybody laughed at me. They said, ah, you got this little crappy car. Haha, except it's been literally a lifesaver. I don't need to use a donkey. All I need is this car. It's never been destroyed, but even if somebody did destroy it, it would only cost me 5 sand to bring it back. It's the like, it's so great. And people get to stand on it. It's like, oh, it's so great. I'm so glad that I went with this instead of the longboard. Longboard is good too. I actually need to get it anyways eventually, because I kind of want to go for the Strata, but it would take forever to get it. The Strata being the achievement vehicle from getting every single vehicle, or almost every vehicle in the game from here. Man, do I want a Strata. I really want it. I know that people... I don't know. The Strata's supposed to be better, right? How many packs does it have on it? 4 packs. And an insane amount of horsepower. And I think the speed is relative to that. It's much higher than other things. The top speed. Really, really good to get up cliffs with. 80 sand if it gets destroyed. Holy crap. I did not realize it took that much sand to fix this thing. Can you actually... I don't think you can use a crest brainstorm thing on it. You can't use any crests on it. I don't know. Maybe you can. That doesn't say here. I really want one. I know that it's insane, but there's really no point, really, considering, like, you need to get a turtle boat as a part of everything. You need to get all 3 tanks, every single vehicle, every single car, I should say. You have to get a Growling Yawl, as well as the siege tank that also requires siege design. Oh god, it's so... it's so annoying to get this Strata. So annoying. And I wouldn't even use it. I honestly wouldn't. But I kind of, like, if they're coming out later with vehicle upgrades, ways that you can actually upgrade your vehicle, so, like, this menu has other, like, equipment that you can regrade and get better. If they're gonna do that, I can't imagine that the Strata's gotta be insane, man. I can't wait to see what people do with that. Like, you can put a cannon on it. I don't know what you do with a cannon on a Strata or a cannon on a car, but it'd be cool, right? Hey Ziggy, it's the biggest swipe car ever. Yeah, it's just, it's unreasonable. Now the Turtlecraft, obviously, you know, that's not a, you have to actually be doing arenas constantly. People will probably go and try to abuse arenas to get it faster. It's unfortunate. But it's the rest of the stuff that's crazy too. The fact you have to get every other vehicle is just mind-numbing. But if I hadn't worked at all... Oops. Sorry, turn on the in-game car thing. If I hadn't worked at all on any of my gear, and instead poured all of this money, everything, into the Strata and getting everything, I actually think I would have it by now. I don't think it's that crazy. I think that literally the price of all of my gear would probably be about everything else except for the Turtlecraft. I think that makes sense. It's not so crazy to get the Growling Owl. It's not super crazy to get the Fire Ironclad. It's just costly. And if, like, I didn't get the small Wyvern, if I didn't actually work in my gear, like, I think it's not unreasonable. Yeah, probably spending about 300k worth on vehicles for a damn Jeep. I agree with you. I actually do. I think that's about right. Oh, here's my rank. Oh, I did it! I got my 100. Yay! I can now queue up to arenas. Not have to, like, worry about stuff. How great. How wonderful. Wait. Oh, this is sports fishing. Wait, it still says in progress. It's supposed to say ended. What's going on? Maybe if I restart the game, it'll say that. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I think 300k sounds about right. Like, I think that's about what all my stuff costs. It's about 300k. I could have one right now if I just didn't care about everything else. I could have a Jeep, and that's probably how the people with Jeeps got it for the most part. That's what I mean, I never clicked on the people with a Jeep to see what their gear score is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, I don't know, like 10k or something. All right, let's go. Let's finish up these things. Here goes Souls Reed. I still want a Jeep though. Like I actually, I want the unreasonable Jeep. Is that? I think that's fair to say. I think it's a cool long-term goal. And by the time I get it, everybody else will too. Oh wait, it's Saturday, right? Let's see if people have all switched to a different faction. I need to know what happened. You don't need the N one, yeah. No, I think 300k. I don't know. Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that. It's not terrible. I don't like putting exact numbers to things, so then I have to think. What is this? It has got. Oh, I see. People are going pirates. Does that mean that they actually did screw over the rankings? Let's see. How do I... God, what's the button? I have a quick button for it. Here it is. They did screw over the rankings. Look at that. And there were people who already went east. No way. Oh well. There's only one spot left for pirates, too. Jeez. Everybody's leaving west. Not really a big deal to me. Everything will be fine in the end. I'm not trying to change my gameplay for all that. Plus, I really don't want to go pirate right now. I would love to go pirate, but I'm really scared to go pirate. What is this guy? Ship manager. I'm really scared to go pirate right now when the garden is complete, because I feel like pirates are going to really get screwed over. We just haven't figured it out yet. We haven't really realized why quite yet. Wait, what was this? What was in the slot? What? Bound Hereafter Stone. Oh, whew. Okay. God, I hate it when that happens. You have a slot missing. It's the worst feeling. What did I miss out on? What happened? Is there something that just went away? God, it's terrible. It's like a nightmare every single time. I want to go to Animar and then Lilith and then Cinder. If the pirate factions are small, you kind of get screwed in the garden. I don't, like, if there's 3 factions that go in, is it like literally pirates are their own faction and they have to fight everybody else? The pirate faction in Win is actually quite large, I would say. By, oh my god, look at that. Eternal. If they have good players, then you're good. Yeah, that's the one thing that West and East has is, you know, they can have more numbers for sure, which has its benefits, absolutely. Let's go to Lilywood. I think that's it's you join with random players from different servers. Yep. But it's kind of confusing to read your notes. Yeah, so I think that our theories have been almost validated, that people from different factions on different servers all fight each other. So even if 3 West factions are all in there, like West Aria, West Kadum, West whatever, they're all in there. They're all still hostile to each other anyways. Which means that if pirates are in there, then, you know, it would be the same story. Pirates can be fighting other pirates, or pirates might be fighting West or East. I don't think there's any way around that. But it says that the zone can be peace, so you can join the garden at any time. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, there can be peace times, absolutely, right? But the peace is just like a regular peace, I would assume, just like any, you know, wartime peacetime thing. So, during peace, you can't PvP, right? But you can't party up with those people. And then the world bosses only spawn during war, right? Cinder. Yeah, so pretty much, if you're in a weaker faction, you'd just be farming during peace. If you're in a stronger faction, you'll probably be trying to take down world bosses. I really hope that they, give us the new faction activity system that we've been missing for so long, that we really have needed forever. And then B, I hope that they pair up factions by activity, because that means that pirates are more often likely to be fighting other pirates, and weaker factions are also more likely to be fighting other weaker factions. And I think that makes more sense overall. Oh, these guys are doing this thing. But I don't want to. I don't want to do this thing. I need to do the... God, everybody's loading. It's funny they made stuff for non-PvP players to do, like fishing and gathering. It's my favorite part, actually. I want people to PvP over giant gardening zones again. I want that to be a thing. I don't think that's even, like, absurd. I really hope that happens. Literally, if they forced a way for people to have to fight over, you know, like trees again, that's awesome. However, if there is still a rotating wartime peacetime, then I would presume that unless you can go and gather up plants early somehow, like, you know, during certain procs or whatever, you know, like it is with trees, unless that's a thing, then most likely people would just time all their plants to be finished in peacetime, right? And then that way they don't have to worry. Although I guess somebody can still steal it. I don't know how that works. If somebody steals it in an instance, if you, like, what would happen? Like, you can't bloodlust against somebody in your own faction. Or maybe you can. How does jail time work? It's an instance. You can't even bloodlust in instances to begin with. I'm kind of curious about that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like quite like hostile, but there's some kind of middle ground, right? From the looks of it. But because of the super frequent change from peace to war all the time, you know, every hour it's peace, every hour, you know, every other hour it's war, every other hour it's peace. People will be farming there literally every other hour, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I thought that plants are scattered all over every instance. They are, yeah, right? Like, there's plants you can collect and there's plants you can actually grow. That's my understanding of it. That you can actually physically put down and grow just in the garden. And I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I've read everywhere. But it doesn't make sense to me, because I've also seen plants being grown, like, on people's properties, so maybe that's a different type of plant. I have no idea. So we'll find out, unless somebody knows the answer to that. No internet access, thanks. I appreciate the follow. Yeah, we'll have to see how that all works. I haven't the slightest idea. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out other stuff, like whether or not my ring will go away when I upgrade it. This thing. Oh, which, by the way, we have to do Hereafter Rebellion. I have to try to get the last Ionut Anima before I need 10 more anyways. Oh, crap. I could have actually tried to get the last anima from the wartime spawn during reset. Oh well. It's fine. Not really in that much of a rush. There's a plant you can grow on player land? Yeah, so that for sure. I've definitely seen that one. But that's why it's confusing to me. So there's also additional plants that you can only grow inside the garden? Can you grow them anywhere? Is there a specific place? These are the questions I don't know the answer to. Oh, this guy's really growing trees. Look at that. Alright. Get all this stuff done. Oh crap, did I give myself more medicinal powder for my ult? I think I did. Yeah, looks like I did. My ult was the one that was handling all of those mysterious planters. And so it's got all the extra resources that I need for all the daily stuff. I guess this isn't anything uncommon. That's probably what most people do. Alright, I also have to think about the fact that tomorrow is the Arc Pass reset. So, like, I don't want to use up all of these coin purses because I might need these coin purses for tomorrow's reset. But I do want to finish up the labor thing. That I will do right now. Once I'm finished delivering this pack, I will use enough labor to get my last reward gem, and then we'll go fail a bunch in RNG. I'm going to laugh so hard if I actually get 10 Serendipity Stones. See, I already jinxed myself. And then every single one of them fail to get the stat that I want. I would not be surprised at all with how heavy everything is in RNG there, just to get stats. It's a nightmare, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens. It's like, I hate it. It feels so bad. Like, it's RNG just to get what you want, and then it's RNG to even, it's RNG just to get the Serendipity Stones. And then it's RNG on top of that, whether those Serendipity Stones even work for you and give you what you want. It gives me a really bad taste in my mouth. But from what I understand, Korea is actually getting something that allows you to roll a specific stat. I don't know if that's something you use Serendipity Stones to craft, or if it's just literally a thing they get. But however it is, there, it'll probably be very different than our version. So I'm not getting my hopes up. And it will probably be given to us in like 6 months anyways. So we'll see when we get it, how that works. And by then I'll probably have all the stats that I want, regardless. So, okay, let's use some labor. Let's put on these gloves so this goes a little bit faster. Not gloves, what are these? They are gloves. No. Alright, come on. I have 800 Gilda Stars. What should I do with that? I'm not really sure what I'm trying to achieve with Gilda Stars right now. Like, if the Diamond Shores Gilda merchant was actually up, then I could use these stars to actually get something, but it isn't. I don't think it's ever going to come up. Because I think they're putting more of a focus on the Diligence shop, which is fine too. I'm okay with that. But now it's like, what do I use my Gilda Stars for? I have no idea. I could sell them. Oh, I guess if I am going for the Strata, then it's just cheaper to get the boat designs this way. And all the designs to begin with. Whatever, I'll just store them. That Strata thing isn't really realistic. I'll get it in like a year, if anything. Alright, put all this stuff away. I have the 18. That's it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's become disappointed. Here we go. The cloak scroll is going to be a damn pain in the neck. You could get unlucky and need more than 4 scrolls. Absolutely. Oh yeah, it's going to suck. Totally. Oh man, am I excited for that. Woo! I love RNG. Yes, it's a much better system than it was in the past. But, oh look, it's just me and this person. I was expecting a big crowd of people. Alright, here we go. 10 growth, or maybe I should get 150 infusion. Gosh, this is a hard decision. Alright, let's go with the growth crates. On the off oh, I forget you can get coin purses from this. Maybe I'll get all my coin purses back. Here we go. Bam. Alright. Man, this is not a very happy box. By the way, those rank potions are 100. They're 100 honor, 100 vocation. Yeah, it's 72k. Wait, what? No, not 72k. It's 18 honor forge medals. For wait, are you talking about which one are you talking about? Because I'm just trying to get up to regular Aranar. That one is 36k honor, which isn't too bad. For one try. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think it's 72 for the upgraded Aranar. The Radiant Air, whatever they end up calling it in our version. 36 for Aranar Tier 2. Yeah, so 36 Honor Forge medals for Aranar Tier 2. Got it. Yep. Got it. And then it's 18 medals for Tier 1, which is what I need. But, I mean, It's, you know, it's a much crazy... Look, the end game is you won't even need honor for anything, right? Like, once you actually have everything upgraded, like my legacy character. My legacy character, I have no need for honor anymore. There's no point. So it is really meant to be an end game kind of thing, right? Which I can understand that. All right, here we go. Let's open up 10 boxes. Should I just shift right click? Oh god, they're just gonna come up with a new thing. They will, right? Tier 3 Aranor, right? It seems to be the way that they do it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's so obvious that's just what's happening. All right, here we go. 10 boxes. I just need like some serendipity stones, and then hopefully they don't fail. But you know how this works, right? So here we go. 1. Oh, that's actually a really good one. It's 10,000. Oh, I didn't realize it was 10,000. What is this? Okay, that's 2. 3. Oh my god, it's 10,000 honor points. Actually, I'm already liking this. I thought this was going to be 100. These are pretty good. All right, 4th box. Okay, 5th box. Okay, 6th box. What is that? Okay, 7th box. Wait, that's not 7th. Is it? I can't count. Okay, I got a serendipity stone. 3 more. Bam, I got another one. All right, 2 more. Okay, I got another one of these. And the last one... Okay, so I technically got another serendipity stone in the amount of honor that I've gotten. However, I should be using that honor on honor forged metals because I am trying to upgrade my cloak. So I'm going to hold on to that for now. Ziggy, you're saying 72k, you can maybe grind if you do all the honor dailies in maybe 3 to 4 weeks. It's not that bad. Yeah, the honor board, if you do it with, like, you know, this thing, if you do the honor board with these, like, warrior honor boosts and the 50% honor thing, you can get, like, 36k just from doing all 5 of those quests, I think. It's like 30k or something. It's really good, actually. So you get double from this, you get 50% more from the other potion, and then you do all your board dailies, and like, I'm actually saving up other ones, too. Like, I have this one saved up. I have, where is it? Where is it? Can't read. Work on Aurora? No. Where's that one? This one. No. The other one. The one from Diamond Shore's base. You know, the Diamond Shore's base ones. I hold on to that one. And then I turn that in also when I turn in all of the board quests. And so you get a whole ton of extra XP for all that. Or extra honor. You greeted for Abyssal Infusions. I see. Alright, well... I mean, I could hold on to these until tomorrow because of the reset, right? I really shouldn't use these because the reset might make me need vocation badges or honor. So I'm not gonna use those. I know it's so tempting, but I will not use them. What does this give me? Ooh, I actually kind of like this one. I can get armor, or I can do something much more fun. And then, oh wait, I have 2 more. Wait, what? Can I actually merge these 2 together? Can I merge these 2 together so that I get 1.5 and also it doesn't break or go down? Let me see. Is that a thing I can do? Oh no, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think I have to use one or the other. Oh. Let me go look at something really quick. I want to see this thing. This Mirage Salvage Forge. Discontinued conversions. No, that's not it. These ones. So they used to have different ones, and they all went out of favor, as they put it, for other ones. But I don't think I can merge these 2 together. You did make 2 pieces of Library Eternal this month, though. Wow. Yeah, you're getting there. Okay, well, I have 2 Serendipity Stones to fail. Let's, I still need to get Defense Penetration, which is the most important thing for me. I'm actually getting rid of melee attack. Because I want to keep parry rate. Like, parry rate in the new patch when we lose all the parry actually kind of makes sense to keep over melee attack. Because the melee attack at the top levels is what? 44? Okay, this person doesn't... Wait, what? I'm not in item grades, that's why. 47.5. Like, that's not a... Like, to somebody who has Eternal Everything like this, 47.5 ranged attack or melee attack is not going to make a difference versus having extra parry rate or something. So I do want to reroll parry rate for something else. The other endgame stuff is actually getting rid of parry rate eventually, and getting pure melee skill damage, which I don't think I can get yet. Yeah, so pure melee skill damage, as well as melee crit rate. So those would be the 5 that I want, with received damage reduction. So anyways, rerolling melee attack or parry rate would be the endgame regardless. So anyways, here we go. Trying to get the thing I want, which is defense penetration. We have 2 rolls. We got magic defense penetration. Oh my god, of course. Of course. So we got lucky to get 2 serendipity stones, and now we're not going to get lucky with using them to even get what I want. Like, this is what I need. RNG to fail in RNG. So, look, magic defense penetration again. Hooray! Yay! Cancel. Okay, well that was totally a waste, but that's how it works. Ziggy, you're ready when they nerf the main stat. You're going to have above 100% crit rate current patch. So you're probably going to be about 80% when it happens. Yeah, sounds about right. So that's good. I'm actually surprised that I'm actually sitting right now at... What am I sitting at? I'm at 86.3% right now, which is really surprising because I don't really have that crazy equipment yet. So, I mean, I'll be fine in the new patch. Should be, like, you know, once things upgrade and so on. And plus, we'll maybe get that patch in like 6 months regardless. Do I have melee reduction on my main costume? No, I don't have melee reduction. I don't have melee reduction on anything. Because, generally because of Swiftblade, I can keep away from melee quite well. Blink, and not this blink. I don't normally use this blink, the invisible one. I normally use the back and forth blink. That lets me stay away from melees so easily, without any problems. So I'm not really worried about melees, honestly. I'm more worried about mages. Mages have always been the biggest threat to me. Because all that I ever die to in PvP, like literally, probably 80% of my deaths in PvP is all crushing waves. Nothing else. Nothing else. It's all crushing waves. Every single time. So yeah, melee's never really a problem for me. It's just, I mean, I could get magic damage reduction, but like crushing waves is just too good. It's way too good. It wouldn't really help that much. I just have to position myself in different locations to not get hit by crushing waves. Alright, well, let's use these things, I guess, because I have them. May as well use them, right? I didn't get the stats that I want, of course. Failed the RNG. Surprise, surprise. Let's, we'll go mope. We'll put some stuff away so that I have it for tomorrow's Arc Pass reset. Actually, how much further through the Arc Pass am I going to get through this reset? I gotta look. Oh, that's the auction house. These two go away. And, oh yeah, this thing goes away too. Alright, so wait. Tomorrow's reset. I'm gonna get, what, 12 levels? Plus the 2 rollovers, so like 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't want any of these things. Oh well. Make some progress, I guess. It's hard to roll customs on pay to play servers. You need that alt wall to reroll for you. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. It is really hard to reroll costumes. It's much easier with alts with tradable costumes. I agree, but that is not something I want to deal with ever. I'll just wait. I'll just get things when I get them. It's not like I can already kill people just fine. It's not a big deal. I can kill people with 14, 15k gear score. It's not a big deal. I can't kill tanks with 14 or 15k gear score, but I shouldn't be going for them anyways. So it's not really a big deal. I've said it 3 times. It must be true. I'm just trying really hard to convince myself that it's true. Alright. I have an unbreakable thing. Let's fail in more RNG, right? Is that what we're doing today? We're just failing in RNG constantly? 45% success rate. That's too good to be true. Let's try the unbreakable one. 84 freaking gold cost, though. It's fine. 30% success rate. What am I even trying to do? Get this +2? To +20? What'll that give me? That'll give me 2% more damage. 2% more DPS from the weapon, I should say. I guess that's okay. Alright. Let's try it. I've already tried these gems already and I had no luck. Yeah, tempering failed. Womp womp. I have had no luck trying to temper this thing, to be honest. I mean, even 45% chance this is going to fail and go right back down to +17. I already know how this is going to go. It's 84 gold just for a try. Jeez. Ziggy, there's actually people who farm login badges and craft costumes to sell in Legacy. Thought about it, but it's a pain with the laggy launcher to do that many times. It'll probably take you almost 50 minutes to do. Yeah, I don't like dealing with alts, period. So I get it. It's a strain. But yeah, people do it. I mean, it's definitely a thing. Alright, well, 45% chance. Can it work for once? Went to 19. Alright, that's good enough. I don't want to deal with anything else. I'm not trying to like go crazy here. I think they gave me like 20 melee attack, I want to say, compared to what it was before. I'll know in the video VOD. I'll see what it was. I didn't do the numbers right now, but luckily I record this stuff, so it works out for me. And I'll save the last one. Got your main proc to 22, but you're scared about tier 5? Yeah, because tier 5 would actually bring it down. Yeah, don't do it. Don't go up anymore. Plus, like, going above 20 isn't that crazy, right? Because anything above 20, instead of giving you 1% per plus, it gives you 0.5% per plus. So it's already like much lower value with a much like crazier cost. It's not really the most worth it thing. I don't know if you farm for these greater scrolls. I don't know how this works. I guess, but I think it's from dailies. So I'm not sure. All I know is I don't think you can use it on a weapon that isn't mythic. Actually, or a weapon or armor that isn't mythic, but actually that might not be true. No, that is true. You can only use the tier 5 scrolls on something that is mythic or higher, right? So like I can't even do anything with it yet. I mean, I'll be able to, so it's not a big deal. You look at the map, it's kind of worth, but you have to spend gold on the feather thing. You're talking about tier 5, right? No, when I was... If you're talking about tier 5, yeah. I was referring to going up +20, +30 or whatever, right? Anything after +20, I don't know if it's worth on weapons or armor. Just because the cost is crazy, the actual benefits are halved. Oh, I see, yeah. So, yeah, you're talking about tier 5. It's kind of worth, but you have to use gold on the feather thing. I mean, if you're just farming and doing dailies, isn't it always worth? Because there's no real cost. There's no real monetary cost other than some labor. Unless there is an actual gold cost to trying to upgrade it up to tier 5, which I don't think there is. Because I've seen people regrading, or not regrading, I've seen people trying to awaken their stuff in Korea. I don't think there's anything... Again, unless the scroll is somehow obtained through monetary means. I don't think it is, though. Alright, what do we do? It's reset. So I could do whatever I want. Only shadow cost is the break. So you gotta spend 10k on her. Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. That's not too bad. That's a good point. Thankfully, I still have a bunch of decrystallization scrolls, so I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. I have 10. What else? Was there anything else I wanted to do? What other RNG? There was something else. Oh, that's right. The frickin' Hereafter Rebellion. I have to do that. But if I'm going to do Hereafter Rebellion, I cannot talk for 15 minutes. I have to get that done. I have to focus so much at that, because it usually still goes wrong. In some way, something goes wrong, and then I'm really, like, I feel really bad. Because I could have done better. So let me do that. I'm going to do that next. Do a Hereafter Rebellion. Songcraft has been helpful, but again, not a surefire win every single time. It's just helpful. And then Ode to Recovery has been pretty good, I think, at healing Cook Kurt at the end, trying to kill the dog. Okay. Now, I want to use a labor pot. I want to use the big labor pots, actually. So not just 60%. I kind of want to use Purest Chocolate. But Purest Chocolate is not worth it right now, is it? I should have had the other one, but I don't. Oh, I actually have a bunch of 100% loot drop rates. Let me do that. Should be using that anyways. Can I mix these two together? I don't think so. Oh, no, I can't, for sure. I've already tested that. Yeah. The normal scroll is 5%. Wow, okay. The normal scroll is 5% with 2% gain. The Sublime scrolls are 20%. Sublime? That's what they're called? It can't be called that. That's the opposite of good. It's 20% start with 10% gain, so it's worth. Yeah, I agree with you then. Because that makes it way worth it. Because it's for the price of 3 scrolls, you get 20% instead of 5. That's 4 times as good instead of 3 times as good. But there's a gold cost. I guess the gold cost is what makes it possibly not worth it, but I don't know what the cost is. I'm sure it's like a bunch of materials from the garden and things like that, so hopefully worth it. Okay. So, in the Hereafter Rebellion, I will not have that 20% buff, which I don't have anyways, because now we're the highest faction because they fixed it so the East is lower. So I don't have the high faction buff. It's actually just normal stuff. Oh. Okay. What is it right now? Feather. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for, of course. Glossy feather. No, where is it? Where's the thing? What is it called? Ah. They're called quills. Here we go. Brilliant. The highest one costs a bunch of Arcam and Onyx. It's Arcam, because they renamed it. This used to be charcoal, is what I'm trying to say. Glossy feathers and a bunch of Arcam. Okay. I guess. Alright. I just realized that Onyx has the same shape as Essence, Arcane Essence. I just realized that just now. I kind of want to see Onyx as like a crystal though, like the smaller versions, because it looks cool. Alright, anyways. Yeah, so okay, if it's just that stuff, I get it. But that's also really expensive too, especially if it's even more expensive for the for that one. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather just take my chances with RNG and just wait. I don't know if it's something people need to necessarily rush. Because it's so endgame. It's like the most endgame you can get. It doesn't feel like it's worth it. I don't know. What do I know? If you got nothing else to do, I guess it's fine. Strength of the Faction would be the only other thing I think I can get. So let me go see if Strength of the Faction is up. Probably isn't, though. Oh crap, wait, I didn't even finish doing the Songcraft stuff. Ugh. I hate Hereafter Rebellion. I actually really enjoy Hereafter Rebellion, but now that I'm like just trying to min-max it, it doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel as fun. But I did kill off one of the higher bosses, which I thought was really cool, which I'd never done before, and that felt really nice, and it didn't really give me any good reward. I killed the Dreadguard, and he just gave me like a crystal, which was okay, but I don't know, it wasn't really worth it. But I killed him, and I killed him after killing the dog too, which is really cool. Alright, so no strengths of the faction. I have this for 30 minutes, which is all that I need for the Hereafter Rebellion. 100% loot drop rate, which, I mean, I have used one of these before and I didn't get an anima, so I don't necessarily know if this loot drop rate even works for the Ionot anima or not. But we'll try. I mean, RNG has not been kind to us today. I guess I got plus 19 on my weapon. That's nice, but... And I guess I did get 2 Serendipity Stones and 30k Honor, which is, I guess that's okay. But... I don't know, I'm still gonna say RNG has not been kind to us. Let's see how this looks. Looking at the prices, like 1k gold per Quill and Legacy. For the current quill, or like if tier 4 came out, or if tier 5 came out, the tier 5 quill. Because, you know, keep in mind, if everybody's making tier 5 quills, the prices of all that arcane is going to go crazy, right? Everybody's going to be buying out the entire markets. In fact, okay, that's pretty cheap. Fine. Maybe not yet. Maybe people aren't buying the markets just yet. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Sunlight. It's 30 gold. Yeah, okay, I don't know. But they should go up, because, you know, the demand is going to go up, of course. Okay. Cool. I'm not going to pay attention to chat for like 15 minutes, because I'm going to do Hereafter Rebellion. And I'm going to try my best. There's no guarantee it'll work. Something tends to screw up, especially right at the beginning, trying to distract the dog. So, you know, it's fine. If it messes up, it's no big deal. But again, I gotta just pay attention for this, so we'll see how it goes. Ribs. Oh, wait. Before I do that. Switch this. Alright. Ribs in. Adventure Goblet with the damage. Loot drop rate increase. I already have this buff, so we're good. And Hereafter Rebellion. Alright. Gotta focus. Gotta not mess up. If I mess up, which it happens without me, like, being able to control it, so whatever, you know. I've actually messed up quite a few times and still killed the dog. So I can kind of make my way past mess-ups if it happens. You have plenty of time to pot inside the dungeon? Yes, but you can also go through the door with just a regular teleport, so technically you can just go right away, right at the beginning. Plus, the dungeon only takes like 20 minutes, and all these pots run for 30, so I'm not really in that much of a hurry. I like to just get it done so I don't have to think about it then. Yeah, I think teleport works. Like, literally any teleport just gets you through the door, which I think is also fixed in the garden patch. I'm not sure what people think about this. As far as I'm aware, it's not something that it's, like, punished for. It's just a thing that exists, and it gives you an extra minute, which I don't even need. Usually I kill the dog, and then I'm out of there with 2 minutes extra. But if you mess up, then it's nice to have the extra minute. But here, I'll show you in a second. Oh god, everything is so laggy. I think because I'm on stream, I have to go into optimization mode, and it's gonna look like shit. Sorry, guys, but I need the extra frames for this. Oh, no! My timing was just off. Okay. No, that's the wrong mount. Look, I'm already messing up. Right, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm paying attention now, okay? Yeah, it's still a little laggy. Alrighty. Oh, hello, people. Oh, I have to kill this mob set. Okay. I think that's okay, then. I know why I'm lagging, too. I have the preview up on the screen. Maybe disable preview. Done. It should save a little bit of CPU. Go. And done. And go there. Oh, Kurt, I don't like this, actually. I actually like it better with my penguin, but I can't stop myself from doing this. Crap. I might get stuck there now, because I didn't. Come here, Kurt. Come here. Don't get stuck. Okay. So good. I think he still aggro's on me though, so I have to do this. He can still aggro on me. Oh no, he didn't. We're good. So far, so good. Oh, ooh! I even have all of the heroes that I need right at the start. Great. Can I put on the loot buff? I did. By the way, ever since I put mount, dismount on a hotkey, it's been a lifesaver. It's actually been really, really good. Alright, Crown Prince and L tier. I don't really like this routing, by the way. It's not really... I don't like having to do this, but it's nice. It's just, I think that in the garden they stop people from being able to. Alright, I have to keep track of how many archers I have. One. Boom, boom, boom. Stun. Oh, did I stun him? I did. Nice. Go back here. Oops. We're just bound to H. Oh. Alright, this is 2. And there we go. You track target. Alright, let's go. I really like having Ode. Not Ode, whatever this one, Bloody Chantley. Actually, going Songcraft has always been something that I've wanted to do as a melee. And I think I could do it much better with Swiftblade, now that Swiftblade is a thing, instead of using it with Shadowblade, or Shadowflame. Okay, I can actually kill the catapult. But I just like occultism too much. I really, really enjoy occultism. So I haven't really been focusing on trying to get Songcraft into my build. What? Did that not give me anything? Wait. Oh, I see. I talked to the guy instead. Alright, 3. Mana potion. I might just chug up Kraken's might. Come here, people. Where is everybody? What are you guys doing? Alright, just come here. No, don't use Reckless. Oh, still dead. That's fine. And the archer needs to die. 4. Shift Y. Okay. This will be the 5th archer, which actually all of these can die right away. It's not too bad. Hey, we're good. 5. Alright, this is all the archers that I need. Or at least how I generally do it. Okay, now we're gonna track target this, we're gonna use this, and then this, and then F2. Hopefully everything dies soon. And then it likes to summon stuff right at the beginning. There's an archer targeting me. Don't like the archers here. Warrior, more archers. Don't die. Wait, is this another warrior? I should be using this, huh? Oh, also I can kill the tower. What am I doing? Cool. Kill me dog, yeah, it's kind of RNG because he can crit his biggest abilities. So Songcraft has kind of helped stop that from happening. But, you know, putting so much focus on tanking with Cook Curt has been really helpful too. So there's a lot of videos on YouTube about it, ways to do it. And they've been pretty helpful. Alright, there's no crazy dude. So we'll just kill these. We'll boost everybody's damage. Go here. Mana. There's no guy here. Extra healer. This is no crazy dude. I'm getting kind of lucky in the... So here's the thing, like, I'm getting kind of lucky with, you know, the way the map is right now. Which is really cool. But there's still nothing that says that I'll be able to actually kill the dog. Because by RNG, he could just kill everybody, right? Positioning could be off, something could be off somewhere that I don't realize, and then just everybody dies. And it's really, really hard. Let's just put it that way. But again, even if I do everything at its absolute best, it's not an easy fight. So I don't have an eternal weapon. Come on. Good. And Prince Eason is really good because he debuffs everything and gives everything much less defense. Alright, this is the sucky part, is all these guys take forever to get here. Doing so much damage to me, I shouldn't be. Stop. Come on. Get out of here. Archers, please. Okay. Run to me. Great. Let's go. So I have 2 more healers now. And my mount is glitched. That was weird. Now I have to wait for them all to get here, because otherwise they'll accidentally go around and aggro the other group too. So I have to wait for them all to go down this path. I don't want to aggro this other group. Alright, I haven't even been using my pet. Wow. What a noob. I'm such a noob. Wait, is there another dude up here? No. This is one of the last ones I got. Oh, that guy's really close to the other group next door. I think we're okay then. Crack target, heal. I need to put down Sunder Earth because there's a frickin' archer. Another archer who has actually almost killed somebody, which is a little scary. This archer almost killed another archer. Buff everybody, and then use this, and then this, and then just keep doing AoE damage. That warrior is CC'd, CC'd again. The mana tower can die now. Wait, somebody actually did die. Oh my god, if that was an archer, that's gonna suck. But, just to be safe, I'm gonna give myself another healer instead. Even though it was most likely an archer that died. Alright. Didn't get lucky on Sunglows. And bam. I need a lot of mana for this next part. Okay. Come here, people. Oh my god, you guys are so slow. Please. Harbinger. Oh god. Oh, god. Please kill him. Thank you. Okay, now, unfortunately... Yep, somebody already died. Someone always dies here. There's so much DPS that happens so quickly, and I'm sure that it was an archer that died. Because they tend to go for my archers. But I'm going to give myself another healer anyways. Because the healers, I think, also do damage. So it's not terrible to have more healers. But I want to play it safe. Oh, maybe I'll give myself another archer. I can't make a decision. Healer. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to try as much as I can to play it safe. Because I've noticed that helps. Is anybody stuck on anything? Yes, there is somebody stuck on something. Let's go over here. See how many times I've failed on here because of something silly that now I have to look at all these things. Alright, Marion is here. We're good. This... Starving dog. Oh god, he's literally inside. Okay, I have to redo this. Oh, he almost killed one of my healers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how bad that gets? It's so random. Oh, starving dog, heal. Okay, a little bit of a defense buff I gave him. I think my positioning was still bad for some of this stuff. Now, starving dog, he's in it. And we're good. Let's heal him a little bit. And just keep doing damage as much as I can from the back. Starving dog, give him the buff. He has it, and that was still a crit damage, so you can see how much damage he takes. Starving dog. Oh, I don't think I can get it to that. Yeah, he didn't do that much damage that time, but... He's not taking very much damage either. Even though I got all of my... He didn't take that much damage. I didn't... Oh, there's so many healers, though. God, it's just... Very, very hard. Should do starving dogs soon. Yep. Okay, he's good right now. On health. He's gonna start doing other abilities. Yep, 3 moons. Picking people up. Starving dog. I think he still had insulating lens on, so that was good. But we're not doing that much damage to him. Do I have everything on correctly? Kind of. Actually noticed something that isn't right. This is my least favorite ability because it kills me so often. hasn't killed anybody by accident. He is getting very close to killing Cook Kurt, though. Oh, God, it's such a hard fight. Ah! Just from the jump, that's AoE. God. And somebody died there, too. So, like, even in the most controlled fights, there's something that happens. It happens all the time, and it's really, really hard to make this work. Although now this is actually a pretty good position. If I can heal him and give myself another healer. Yeah, you have to support Kurt. It's just, oh God, it's... my damage is so low still, and Kurt might actually die. Starving dog. Oh, he didn't take that much damage that time, so that was good. Why are these guys so close? People! What are you doing? Why are you guys all right here next to me? Alright. Big defense on Cook Kurt. 2 minutes left. But I'm just not doing enough DPS, I don't think. Oh, I'm not even using the DPS bonus, am I? I should be. Cook Kurt's now on this side? Oh, crap. God. God, it's so hard. I don't think this is gonna happen. It's healing way too much. Somebody died just from the AoE. I'm dying from the AoE too. Oh my God. This is just going very, very poorly. And I even have this thing. Like, I rarely die from the AoE, but this time it's just different. This time it's just not working in my favor. So, like, again, it's completely RNG. Whether or not you'll actually survive or not. It's almost random. Like, sometimes I've noticed it's okay, and I rarely die, and other times it's just like, it kills me instantly. Oh, I died again. Like, I have not found that the dog is stable. I've noticed that, like, sometimes he's really easy, sometimes he's not, and there's, like, nothing you could do about it. Like this time, like that specific ability, sometimes it hits me, sometimes it doesn't. I have not found a way to actually control it, but yeah, I cannot kill him in time. So, like, this time, I'm just lacking DPS, even though I've killed him other times, and it's not a problem. This time, suddenly, for whatever reason, lacking DPS. So, I actually feel like it's RNG. I actually feel like the dog has some extra bonuses that happen with you being completely unable to control it. So if you look in a past stream, I kill him in like a minute. It's not a problem. Now this stream, completely different. Same exact methods. There's an archer that probably can't even hit him, maybe. So it's part of it. But yeah, it's just RNG. There's nothing... Yeah, he's healing like crazy that time, and I didn't really have any control over that. It's just... It's something is wrong. Something else is happening that we are not aware of as players. That's what I'm thinking it is. Because, like, yesterday, it cleared without any problem. And it was a much harder dungeon, and I messed up twice on the initial pull thing. So, like, I lost the whole minute in the beginning, right? But 2 possible. Do melee units there, is Archer just better DPS? I think Archer's better DPS because of the attack order stuff, because of their snipe ability. But I don't know. I haven't tried it with just melees. I could try with just melees at some point. You know, a good mix is probably fine too. But the problem is that I rely heavily on healers to make sure that Kurt doesn't die. Because it's so easy for people to just die during that, because of how much AoE he has right at the end. And because of that, it's like, alright, mass healers, what do I do for as much, you know, for DPS to cover that? And for that I use archers, just to kind of cover the DPS that isn't there. By the way, save up your Soul Guardians, don't just toss them, because because apparently in the Garden update you can salvage them for Starlight. I know, trust me. I'd have a lot more than 2 if I knew that earlier. Oops, I need that. Alright, so, didn't get my Ionod Anima right now. That's fine. It's not a big loss or anything. I'm not even sure if I want to complete this yet, because I'm not sure if it gets rid of the Augmented Ring or not. If I lose the Augmented Ring, then I'm going to be sad, because I like that ring. What do I get from the dungeon? So, from the dungeon, you get a whole lot of XP for dungeon items. So generally, you'll get a lot of these. You'll get a lot of these things. Where are they? These things. Unidentified Abyssal Enhancers. And these are just kind of used to upgrade dungeon gear with Synthesis. The other thing you get is this, by RNG. Soul Guardian, which is a necklace, as well as upgrade scrolls for them, that you can use once it gets to a certain level. Eventually, if you upgrade a Soul Guardian, you can turn it into a Soul Liberator, and it gives a lot of really good stats. Depending on what class you are, you're trying to look for specific ones, right? So there's an in-game equipment that people like to get from that dungeon, and you also get these Ionod Animas, which are essentially a quest item that you can only get from Diamond Shores. When it turns to war, there's these mobs that spawn in a couple places that you have to go find randomly, and people are usually hunting them all the time, because they need these for quest item, essentially for the quest. And you can also get it from this dungeon if you kill the dog. There's a chance that it will drop this Ionod Anima for you. And the Ionod Animas are used to upgrade one of the best-in-slot rings in the game, which is the Haram's Chosen Ring, which is what I'm doing right now. It's a very powerful ring at the end game. There's some questions I have about that at the end game. That's kind of why I don't know whether or not I want to complete this quest right away. But, yeah, so that's just kind of some of the stuff that comes from this dungeon. The dungeon also drops, on occasion, sun glows, which are really good for salvaging to make superior glow lunarite. And the dungeon also drops some starlight crystals, as well as hereafter stones. So some other materials and things that you need on a daily basis as well. Very, very good dungeon to run. Kind of hard to run it flawlessly every single time. Just because, again, it's some kind of RNG, something is happening that makes the dog suddenly more powerful one run and suddenly less powerful another run. And I'm not sure what it is. I have actually no clue what causes that. So, oh well. Not a big deal. Hey, Invictus, it was funny, because I actually had a flawless run that time. Everything was perfect. I got every mob, I got everything really early, it was all great, I had the army that I needed at the end game, and then just for some reason I didn't have enough DPS, which is just strange. I don't know why that happens. I haven't figured it out yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is some RNG attached to the boss that we just don't know about. Alright, let me put those skills back in my bar. Come here. Why is this not working? It's lagging slightly. That's causing me to not be able to drag stuff. There we go. Slowly but surely. Yeah, I just finished it Hereafter Rebellion, but I wasn't able to kill the dog. Even though, like yesterday I did, same exact build. So, that's very strange. Some weirdness is going on there with the dog itself. Something strange is going on. Sometimes he has more healing, or sometimes it's so strange. I don't think we have any control over it, unless it's something to do with, how many camps you kill. But I always kill the same amount of camps. Granted, I even killed an extra camp, because of the one that didn't have, a spire. So I had to kill the mobs, otherwise they would aggro on me as I went through. So actually, I had an extra thing. And that still, something is strange. I can't figure it out. And you can't leech the metal stacks. Because of course I've tried. Which means, he uses the metal stacks to heal or do damage. Oh, yeah! The dog isn't weird. It's a timing situation. What do you think? Okay. The dog uses its metal stacks in 2 situations. 1, when it's healing, and 2, when he uses Starving Dog. When he uses Starving Dog, he uses all of his metal stacks in order to pour damage into his target. This is why sometimes Cook Kurt didn't take any damage from Starving Dog, because he didn't have any metal stacks on him because he just healed. So sometimes you get to the point where he is healing with most of his metal stacks instead of using it for Starving Dog. In other words, I have to time my damage, but it's not my damage, right? It's everybody else's damage too. So like, if you just get lucky or unlucky and he heals at highest metal stacks instead of using Starving Dog, then it's just harder to kill. Maybe that's what it is. Whereas if he happens to be using Starving Dog when he's at the max metal stacks versus, you know, healing himself at very low metal stacks, then you would just kill him easily. I think it's just a timing situation, but I don't know if there's any way to actually force the timing so that he is always using healing with low metal stacks. I don't think there's a way to do that, unless you're solo DPSing it, which is just insane. Because then, right, you can time your DPS to be right after he uses his heal. That's what it is, actually. Oh, he's jumping into weird places and messing with you? Yeah, he does that for me too. He just did that actually for me a few minutes ago. But I think that's what it is. I'm like 90% sure actually. That's the weirdness. It's a timing between, like, it's a pattern timing. I'll have to think about that next time I do it. And start to maybe decode and figure out, okay, when do I do DPS versus when do I not do DPS, or when do I use the snipe ability versus when do I not use the snipe ability. That might actually come in handy. But then, right, I'm putting so much emphasis on Starving Dog doing massive damage, which is fine, because that's the whole point of the Songcraft build, is to soak up as much damage on Cook Kurt as possible. Okay, well, that's good to know. We'll figure it out. It'll take time. And again, I'm not in any rush. I'm not even sure, like, I don't know, if there's anybody here who knows the answer to this, please do tell. Because I'm trying, like, I want to know, if you complete this Materials for Holy Water, and you get the perfect Hiram's Chosen Ring, does it actually take away your augmented Hiram's Chosen Ring? I would assume so. But I want to know for sure, because if you get to keep your augmented Hiram's Chosen Ring, then I'm absolutely going to do it right away. But if you lose the augmented Hiram's Chosen Ring, then I might wait. I might wait until I have the, like, the Serendipity Stones to... Oh, it's gone? Okay. Yeah. So then in that case, I like this ring. I like the augmented Hiram's Chosen Ring, because if I go and I play a different build, then I use this ring for defense, right? I use this ring for damage reduction. Oh, wait. Oh, see? Now I don't know. Yeah, this is the big thing I'm curious about. Like, I could just go and PM any of these people who have the top ring and be like, hey, do you also get to keep it? I probably should. What quest am I on? Materials for Holy Water. So I literally, once I get one more Ionite Anima, I will have this perfect ring. But it might not have the stats that I want. And it will also have a 3-month period where I have to finish another quest before it expires and the stats essentially go away, right? Yeah, it's gone? Okay. Yeah, so then I might hold off on this. I'm still going to try to collect up the materials for the next version, for like the final version. But I might not even turn this in, just like a Dream Ring. But the Dream Ring, you wouldn't want an earlier version of the Dream Ring, because they all suck, right, compared to the final version. Whereas this one, this augmented Hiram's Chosen Ring is actually really good. Like, you can have, like, you know, I have a DPS ring, which is my Flawless Dream Ring, and I have a tank ring, which is my augmented Hiram's Chosen Ring. But if I upgrade this to the perfect, now I don't have any tank ring, right? And that's the problem. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Which it sounds like, yeah, I will lose my tank ring, period. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be stuck with a ring that's going to be expired in 3 months with stats that I might not even want. only to lose my tank ring. So I might, like, I shouldn't be rushing this, honestly. The stat RNG with the epic ring is stupid in your opinion? Stat RNG. Oh, isn't it easy to get what you want, though? Because there's only, like, 6 stats to get. It's not super crazy. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, it's still RNG, and you're not going to get what you want. I mean, I just earlier today in Invictus, I got 10 of those boxes. I don't think it's in the log anymore. But I got 10 of those boxes right from the event thing, and I got 30k honor and 20k vocation, and I got 2 bound serendipity stones. And I used both to just try to get defense penetration on my costume, and I didn't have any luck. So, like, everything is RNG. Exactly. Nothing is easy with RNG in Arcade for anybody. It's not just you. It's just, it's aggravating. It's RNG with those event boxes just to get serendipity stones, which are RNG to even work to get you the stat that you want. Like, it's the most terrible feeling in the universe. So, but it's a thing, and from what I understand, eventually in Korea they are actually getting serendipity stones that give you the stat that you want, that you actually get to select from a list, which is awesome, and I really hope we get that soon in our version. But by the time we get it, we're all going to have the stats we want anyways, so really what it is it's a catch-up mechanic for people who don't have that yet, right? Maybe I'll just wait for them. Maybe I'll just wait to work on my costume and my underwear. Maybe like 6 months. And then we'll get those things, and then I'll be like, haha, suckers, I didn't have to spend all this honor doing what you guys did, because I waited 6 months for the catch-up mechanic to exist. Haha. I mean, I do that all the time, to be fair. That's how I live my life, because I can compete just fine with the gear that I have. Why upgrade slight things, right? Back in the day, you were never able to fully gem your own gear? Oh, absolutely. God, the old gemming system was just terrible. Gave it to a guildmate, 2 minutes later I had 3. I had other people gem my stuff all the time. And not all of my stuff was tradable, which is the worst part, obviously. Right. But then the new gemming system came in and made everything better. Gave it to your guildmate, yeah. So, like, God. Guinevere still owes me. Where is he? Is Billy Cool online? He's not online. He still owes me some of my toughness. Billy Cool owes me 21 toughness gems because I gave him enough honor, whatever it was, that got him 21 more toughness gems that I paid for. I don't remember how we did it back then. How you traded it. I can't remember. Anyways, he owes me those. Toughness gems or whatever. On Legacy. He might even still have them on his character. But yeah, it was really ridiculous. I guess you just paid people for honor, that's what it was. You just paid people gold to use their honor. I just had a friend do it. I'm so glad we don't have that system. Holy crap. We're getting closer and closer to the game of our dreams. Without any RNG, it's just, why is this such a low quality? Oh, there we go, it's loading in. You still have the old focus gems? I do in my Legacy character, I have tons. I don't know what to do with them. They're not even as good at all compared to current gems, so they're really just bleh, right? But I haven't logged in on my Legacy character in forever. I guess I could now. I guess I could reinstall Legacy. I just got a new SSD with a terabyte of storage, which is great. I'm so happy to have an SSD with tons of storage on it, because my previous 2 are very low storage. One is for my operating system, one is for games, right? So this is a little nicer. Did I do this already? I think I did all my daily stuff. But anyways, I guess I could go back in Legacy. But I don't want to log in and see all my mails are gone. Because, like, I still had stuff from the merged servers in those mails. And it's been a little over a year. Like, maybe closer to 2 since then. I'm pretty sure those mails of things that I like are gone. Which would sadden me massively, because I don't even know what was in those mails. I just know they weren't as super important as the stuff I was able to get out of the mails. But, still. Alright, anyways, what's going on? What should I be doing? Let's see. Did I do this stuff already? kind of. Is there anything else going on that I need to be a part of? Don't think so. Oh, wait. I don't think so. Oh, Aegis was happening. I missed Aegis. Yeah, that's okay. I need the honor, but... I mean, now I have 30k honor sitting in my warehouse, so that's kind of nice. Only stuff you missed from the old gems are the revived gems. With the old Aurora paths, they're stupidly overpowered. Yeah, we were talking about that actually a few days ago on a different stream. Like last weekend. Yep, we don't have those anymore. That's never gonna be a thing again. But they were overpowered, and they were removed along with a lot of other equipment, you know, the old Aurora gear, just because they were so massively abused. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some kind of gear that did that now, but they would obviously balance it in different ways, right? I love the old system. I loved the old gear, the oldest gear in this game, which would, like, you actually had a choice of how you wanted to play. Like, people would use Anthelon's set. People would use, you know, all of these different equipment that was just not normal. It wasn't crafted gear. It wasn't obsidian gear. It wasn't some kind of regular route gear. It was off-brand equipment, and people used that stuff. You know, Aurora gear was like the up and up of the Arcade world, and it was awesome, actually. But yeah, now everything is very streamlined. I guess there's still a choice, right? Library, dungeon, world boss, or Haram gear, right? We still have a lot of choices with how to gear yourself. But it's just different. It's not how it used to be. And I liked how it used to be. I like the old days. I don't miss the old days, actually. I shouldn't say I miss the old days. I liked the old days, because I actually like the current system, too. More options wouldn't hurt. I think more options actually did hurt. I think that's actually part of the reason, is that people would always ask, what do I do to gear? And the answers were like, well, do whatever the fuck you want, you know? Just go put some clothes on. Start. Jeez, what are you doing running around naked? But, you know, it's kind of hard to say. I don't know. It's really hard to say, actually. Because a lot of other games right now are very streamlined, and it's very linear progression of sorts. And obviously they wanted to do that in this game, too, just to kind of match how it was in other games. But I like how to gear in Diablo 3, and, you know, Paths of Exile, and all these other games that are very similar concept. You have a lot of choices on how to make your build. I liked that. But those are not MMOs. Sometimes. Okay, I guess some of them are MMOs, but, like, Albion Online, obviously, is an MMO that does that. To some degree. But, you know, whatever. I'm not even sure what I'm saying anymore. It's different games, alright? See, like, I have this quest I'm gonna turn in later. Oh wait, crap, did I even check the board? So check the board and see if there's a new... If I have the last honor thing. That's right, Cody. Cody wants to go to sleep. Cody's had a very tough day today. He had to go to the doctor. To go to the doctor and get his grooming done. He's got a little scissor beak, so we have to trim his beak, unfortunately. As well as his nails. He was not happy with them. But, you know. Yeah, poor Cody. He's a little baby bird. Got a little stressed, unfortunately. I feel really bad. It's got to be done. Thankfully, it doesn't, like, hurt him or anything. It's just uncomfortable, right? Suddenly a stranger is there picking at you with this loud device. But thankfully, the doctor is there and everybody did a really good job. That's why I still go there. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Can't even keep track of what I'm doing. Ugh. It's been a day, alright? It's been a long... Oh, no, come on. I need one more. What do I need? I need a good one. I need 3 bonds. So I actually have to wait. And then, once I'm done, I'm going to pop all my honor boosts. I'm going to wait 4 hours to get double honor. I'm going to try to do CR in that time and stuff. And then I'll get a whole bunch of honor quests done. Right? It'll all happen in one moment. And then I'll have a bunch of honor. And then I'm going to use it all on a Serendipity Stone and fail. That's how it works, guys. Actually, no, I might not do it on Serendipity Stones. I might just actually save up the honor for the Garden Patch. God. Oh, man. What a game. I actually enjoy it. Everything's good. Everything's positive and fine. Hey, Codebreaker. Oh, my God. Oh. There's a lot of things I want to do this weekend, like arcade related, and actually not in-game related. I want to like go and make a bunch of those highlights I was talking about. Also, I really do need to start farming up more of these synthesis stones. I was earlier too. But if I'm able to actually upgrade up my armor up to Aeronor, then having the synthesis crystals already on me is going to make it's going to make life so much easier. And before I forget, let me use the bound labor rechargers, because I like to be efficient-ish. I use them every day on stuff. Gosh, what else? What else is there? Where does this go? Marianople, I was just from there. Go there. I need to go to Calmlands, I guess. Let me go and do some castle stuff. Why not? Chill and do some castle things. Kill some mobs. Get some synthesis stones. Wait, people are queuing? Wait, Choco's back? The hell? Or did he sell his account? Oh god. He very likely sold his account, I bet. That guy. Choco's saying Q drill camp, yo. That can't be the real Choco. Wait, maybe he's streaming. He said he was done with the game, though. I'm confused. Hold on. Let me go look this up. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna go stalk Darth Chocolates was his name. Let's see. Darth... No, don't open up my stream. No! Stop it. Darth Chocolates. Oh, he is actually streaming. Wow, look at that. He's actually streaming right now. But he's only... That's funny, because he said he quit the game. Alright, that's fine. I don't want to queue Drill Camp. Oh man, Drill Camp is just... people don't use it for the correct reasons. Look at all this. Actually, this isn't too bad. Can't figure out which ones are alts or not. This is an alt one. This is an alt one. This might be an alt one, with 7 people in it. I don't know, maybe. And it's not simply quit Arcade. It's true. Yeah, yep, you both said it. Yeah, they always come back. It's true, yeah. Like, I take breaks, absolutely. And I encourage taking breaks from any MMO. People, like, get so stressed about stuff. And then they, like, worry, oh, God, you have to stay on top of competition. But, geez, alright, then you never can take a break from the game. And then it feels bad, you know? And that's a negative feeling. But yeah, you gotta take breaks from video games, man. Play different games. There's tons of stuff out there. There's amazing games out there. Let's go to Calmlands. Let's finish what the hell I was doing. Oh my god. You're on a break since 3.5, Kappa? You still play. Get out of here. 3.5. Oh my god. But you're still in Lycus servers, right? Invictus? Oh, you just do dailies? Yeah, see, I do the complete opposite. I specifically don't do dailies. I do whatever the hell I want, but I still play the game. Like, I could do dailies for Haram infusions, but I'll just wait until the next patch. It's not a big deal. Yeah, you also have a character in Unchained. Ah. Do you actually play it that often? I just like Unchained because you don't have to, like, keep up a premium when you're on a break, you know? Just to keep your houses and stuff. That's my favorite part. I can take a break from the game, and I don't have to stress about it. I don't have to be like, oh god, I have to pay another month of premium when I don't even play, you know? Burn labor and do things slowly? Yeah, that's good. Actually, I feel like if people played more casually... Okay, first of all, I think the people that do play more casually have a significant more amount of fun than people who are struggling to keep up. Like, that are trying to keep up, you know? I feel like they have way more fun. Like, the fun levels are way higher. Like, I have fun, and I'm not even in a guild, really. I'm in my own guild. I do my own thing. But yeah, like that's cool because you don't have to worry about your unchained character because you never have to pay for it again. And when the garden comes out, you can choose and be like, all right, yeah, I'll pay for it. You know, you don't have to pay for that either, which is kind of nice. It's like it's my favorite part. I'm sure it's everybody's favorite part, generally. Um, I just don't like stressing over stuff, right? Like people stress so much over stuff in gaming, like competitive stuff, and I don't know. If a game stresses you out, I don't think it's the right game for you, personally. Because we go to games to like escape this stuff. And now like look, everybody's playing Animal Crossing, a game that is literally there to stress you out because you have to pay off your loan to a raccoon. And people play it actively. Okay, but to be fair, so do I. I don't really care about the loan though. I just I played it, just to chill, play a video game. But like I don't know, I think people just get too stressed out over stuff, which is unfortunate. It's not as fun. You never play Animal Crossing? I played it back in the GameCube years and years ago, when I was a little person, little human, and we got a Switch for it as well. Now that the new one came out, and it's entertaining. Actually, like, for the better part of the quarantine, it was really nice to be able to play video games with friends, like friends in real life, and just like chill, and talk and like hang out because we can't go and visit each other's houses or play D&D or whatever, right? We couldn't do that. So playing something online like that specifically was really nice and calming, and I really enjoyed it. Alright, let's kill 100 mobs. Wait, there might be some other people doing it already. That's one guy. Just gonna sit here, I'm gonna watch. I don't want to actually just... That's not a bot, right? There's no way. It's level 35. Ah, there's no way. Oh, yeah, isn't it? Anyways, so I don't want to just join up with one other person, because I actually need the synthesis stones. GameCube a long time ago. I know, man, I'm old. I feel old. I don't think I am, though. I don't know what people would classify me as. I'm not a boomer. I mean, I'm 28. I'm not a boomer or anything. It's like, I'm a zoomer, if anything. What? Oh, you almost killed a dog, but you wasted a lot of time? I think you'll get better at it as you go. I definitely think it's the timing of when he uses his metal. I think that's what it is. That's the make or break thing. But, like, Hereafter Rebellion is really fun for that reason, because then you try to figure it out. And then, like, if it gets really easy, then it just becomes boring again like everything else, which is unfortunate. So I still have fun with Hereafter Rebellion, because there's some weirdness to it, which I actually like. Didn't understand how to teleport on the gate. Oh, yeah, so, I don't know, maybe not every teleport works. Somebody says it does, somebody doesn't. I use a rabbit. I think a Leomorph also works. Maybe it's specific to using a mount. But even if you don't have that first minute, generally it should be fine. Because I've had tons of runs where I've had 2 minutes left, and I would go and, like, clear another camp or two, just because I could. Because it's always still worth to clear the camps, because if you can get ones with spires, then you might get, like, an extra sun glow or something out of it. You walk into the gate, or... Yeah, so I walk into the gate, and then I just push teleport after jumping. That's how I've seen other people do it. But, like, I don't play Aramancy with that. So I couldn't tell you, like some people have said teleport works too, maybe if you jump and do it. But, I don't know, don't stress about it, you'll figure it out eventually. If you have a rabbit mount, definitely use that, or a Leomorph. Anybody can just get access to a Leomorph. But I've seen people do it with rabbit mount. Yeah. But that's just because of, like, YouTube videos and stuff. And I think, like I said, they might fix that in the Garden update, because it looks like they've done a whole bunch of stuff to Hereafter Rebellion. They heightened the length of walls that, I'm sure people were just glitching over before, like, I'm sure they pretty much are preventing people from doing the dog thing at the start. Which, is gonna make it very hard. In the end. But hopefully by then I've got enough gear. don't really know. You're happy you're done with the Hereafter Rebellion? Really? You have the full ring? And like, the timer's gone and everything? Yeah. Your legacy character? Guess it's okay. I don't want to think about it. You know what sucks? I actually had an extra Ionut Anima at the start of Unchained, because I was in the library and somehow I got one, right? Like, I did the thing that you're normally supposed to do, and I got an Ionut Anima, and I was like, yay! I need extra slots in my warehouse, and there's no way in hell I'm going to be working on a Hiram ring. No way, Jose. So I destroyed it. Which is not a big deal, because it was just one, and, you know, it's not a big deal. But, if the only way to get them is from War or the Hereafter Rebellions, it's going to be hard in the next patch. You should have kept your old animals from the library. They used to be so easy to farm. Yeah, they really were. I really should have farmed more. If I had known that I was even going to go for the Haram ring, I would have done it. To be fair, this is the first time I've ever even gotten a dream ring in my entire playthrough of Arcade, period. For, 5-6 years. I never had a flawless dream ring. It was the first time. And the only reason I got it was because I actually kind of want to go for the Haram ring, because it does give quite a good amount of defense penetration. If I was a crit build, I would have never gone for the Haram ring. I would have never done this if I was a crit build. For the same reasons I wouldn't have done it before, because I don't really care about the defense penetration. And this would have been fine. This Noriet ring or whatever. I would have been like, alright, it's fine. Or even just like the Craft of Dreams. How many do you need for the ring? You need 8 animas for the basic ring, but then you need 10 more to finalize it. So when you get the basic ring, it looks exactly like the flawless ring, except there's a 3-month timer on it. And after 3 months, the stats totally expire. Like this guy's. This guy's are totally expired. Okay? After 3 months, this is what happens. And the stats don't work. So the flawless dream ring you can just recharge for 3 more months, whereas you cannot recharge the flawless Haram ring. The only thing you can do is finalize it, which just makes it work permanently. So the same stats, but it's permanent, and that's what these other guys have. But this one's still available for 24 days, you see. But then like these people up here, oh, this one's 2 months. Wow, he just worked on his. That's interesting. So yeah, anyways, so my point is that it's 8 for the basic flawless, and then 10 more for the finished one with no timer, that you just get forever. Finished your earring, you threw out on the animals back then? Yeah, I guess, you just throw them out. What else would you do? We had no idea that you can need them again. That's why you gotta save everything in this game. Everything. Like, I still have corner reading room orbs, just in the off chance that something actually happens to them. I have a lot more things in Unchained that I have kept over the years, even though I know a lot of them will never be a thing. Some of them are, event items and such. But it's still better to hoard everything you can, because you just never know. You have no idea when something's going to come in handy. I have not been paying attention. I should have had other mounts out for leveling. Just not thinking about it. Let me do that now. Let's take out Doggo and Pangolin. You have PTSD from corner reading. Why? It was easy. It just took forever. There wasn't any problems with corner reading. You'd have to sit in this room forever. God, could you imagine if they brought back corner reading room in some capacity? Had to do it so many times. Why? Why did we even need to do it? I don't remember. Is it just for the Ionut ring? You had to go in there for about, like, the special quest item, whatever it was? For guildmates, too. Oof. At least if you're on comms, that's a little better. You're chilling and talking. Who's this guy? Who is that? Well, it's that guy from earlier. Yeah, drop from the ear, drop for the ear, etc. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was like a purple thing. I don't know. I remember there was a bunch of stuff you needed. Yeah. Now you can get it all from the library itself. Just the
dungeon, whatever. Whatever the hell you call it. The library, the Abyssal Library bosses. You can get everything from there. It's much easier. Mana prints, yes, they had mana prints, exactly. I actually do miss the old library. Like... No, I guess I don't miss it. It's just like the other thing. I don't miss it, I just like the old library. I really did enjoy it, but I don't miss it. I actually liked going through the rooms. It actually felt really cool. I really enjoyed that. It's very cool lore-wise, very cool, like, you know, to see bosses and all that. And like, the way people reacted and had to work together somewhat to actually go and kill the bosses at the beginning of, like, you know, when the bosses respawned or whatever. That was really cool. I actually really enjoyed that. But it wasn't anything too interesting because there wasn't any PvP. It was all PvE content. You miss farming Ionod designs and selling them for 20k plus? I'm sure anybody would if you were able to sell them for that much. And yes, I agree. I miss those times too. Those were nice times when you could just make a bunch of money off of those designs. Now they're like, what? Ionod. Now they're like 300 gold. What is this? Accessories are 20 gold each. I should just buy these just to store them. What the hell? Nobody's using these. God, I really should buy them. Holy crap. Like, what if they turn these scrolls into some kind of, like, regular scroll that can work with any equipment? You know? Like, what if they make it so that all these scrolls all work for any Ionod? So I kind of want to buy these just to hoard them. But what would be the, like, what would happen? They would just go up to maybe 300 gold? Probably less, maybe 200, because now there's so many fueled into the system. Yeah, maybe it's not worth it. I don't want to deal with it. I used to hoard stuff all the time like that, just in the off chance they became something useful. But I don't really want to do that now. Not with how much I'm using my gold all the time for random things and projects. So proud back then of your epic Ionod weapon. Yeah, because we had to... Freaking RNG was horrible. And everybody was happy with their eye. But you know what? Back then in those crafted... Wait, what? Oh. There's a lodestone on the enemy team. Alright, I'll walk away. Is that Pyro one? Back then, unfortunately, because of the way the crafted gear and everything worked, with the old stats, the higher you were in the grade, the more powerful it got. Like, there was an incline... There was an exponential incline instead of decline like it is right now. So, like... What am I trying to say? I don't know. The new weapon system and the damages between grades is much nicer. It makes more sense. It isn't like... You aren't going to become infinitely more powerful by having something that is an eternal grade versus an epic grade. It actually, like, tapers off and is a little better. Granted, you get extra gem slots in Mythic and Eternal grade stuff, which is absolutely good. But even those gem slots usually just taper off in the actual value they give you. The stats jump from tier to tier back then were crazy. Yeah, I made, like, back when I was streaming back then, I made a big deal about that. And thankfully, well, actually, I didn't just make a big deal about that. I put out a big old post about it. Two. I put out a Reddit post and a forum post. This was a long time ago. And I'm only just now realizing that even that was I don't know whether or not they really considered that important and made any changes based off of my post. If they did, cool. But yeah, they've definitely fixed it so that it makes more sense since then. So I don't care whether or not it was because of me or the community in general yelling. They made a good decision by changing it so that it wasn't that way. The problem is so many people are stuck in the old ways. They feel like an eternal weapon or eternal armor is like, it's impossible to fight against, when it really isn't. Stats taper off quite a bit. You know, defense values, magic values, they taper off like crazy at the highest levels. Toughness, possibly even resilience eventually. From what I understand, they're thinking about tapering that off. Toughness tapers off quite a bit. The actual gains you get from some of these are taper off. So it's like, I don't know. It's not really... Like, I kill people with crazy gear score all the time. Oh, I forgot this thing. Whoops. Let's get the hell away from that tower again. Go. No, Wolf, what are you doing? Get out of there, Wolfie! Okay, we're good. Chilling. It's not dead. I'm actually really proud of myself, though, with how much I've been able to help identify things and how much have actually been brought to the attention of XL. I'm happy with not just myself, of course. Like, the whole community banding together and being like, hey, this is really something we need, etc. Like, all the posts and stuff, all the people working together. It's actually been really good. Like, we've seen actual progress. The only problem is it takes forever to get anything through. Like, the actual progress is great, but it takes, like, you know, a year before anything even gets... Okay, Cody's yelling. It takes a year before anything even gets done in Korea, so it's slow progress. It's slow progress, but it does happen. Alright, Cody, I think, needs to go to sleep. He is yelling to cover his cage. Exel is slow. They are very slow with it when it comes to this stuff. And that's the problem. That's the problem, okay? But, to be fair, if you're a company with a lot of members, you don't consider yourself an indie company, things can be slow. I totally get it. It's just, it's unfortunate this is the circumstance, right? I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say what they're doing is wrong. This is how they do it, right? I'm not going to complain. I'm just saying it's unfortunate, right? Those are the circumstances we're in. I want to find that post. I actually really want to find that post right now. I'm so curious. I'm going to look at it with my eyes. Hold on. Where's that post? I know I put it on both Reddit and the forums. It might be easier. Cody's yelling. It might be easier to find it on Reddit. Let's see. I have a follower on Reddit. What does that mean? Somebody's following me on Reddit. What does that mean anything? Do they get notified whenever I post something? How does that work? I didn't even know following was a thing. Speechless. God, how do I find my created posts? Awards given, posts, comments saved. Crap, how do I... Top? Arcade lore. Height damage bonus first. They have a stalker, yeah. Right. That's completely right. Proposal to move Haran quest dailies to Arc Pass. That never happened. But they did take some of my other suggestions there, but those were obvious. Everybody was suggesting those. Ooh, my potato in 4K, I remember that. I remember this post. Ooh, 4K potato. Forgot about this. Look at that. Ooh, what a nice looking potato. Why did this do so well? What the hell? What did I... Oh my god. Okay, potato. All right, what else is there? What we got? I guess I'm not really finding it. I'm not finding it. Oh well. Damn, I thought I would find it much easier. I wish I could just sort by posts that I've made, but you can't do that. Is Cody's cage not covered? Okay. I'll... Thanks. Jeez, where is this thing? Oh well. I can't find it. Whatever. Damn. Oh well. I can't find it anywhere. It's not a big deal, I guess. But yeah, I made that post and like so many other things that like the community kind of all really went towards making better, and it was really cool how much stuff really came through with all those. Like when the community actually cares and works with Gamigo and with Tryon and with everybody to try to do something, it's actually quite positive. But as usual, the problem isn't necessarily Tryon. or game ago. The problem was, man, it just takes forever for XL to do anything, which again is unfortunate. But you know, it's also kind of the safer route too in some cases. So it's just unfortunate. That's all. There we go. Alright, anyway, so in the meantime, again, you know, I'm mostly streaming to help answer questions and, you know, sort of chill with chat. So if anybody here in chat has any questions about Arcade, if you guys are trying to learn something new, if you have any questions about mechanics or want to theorycraft a build or you're trying to figure something out, please feel free to ask those questions. That is why I'm streaming right now. And I do want to wrap up the stream soon here. So, you know, any last stuff, please feel free to ask. We'll go into great detail about stuff so that, you know, you guys are very clear about information that I'm giving out, and we'll have conversations about things. It's a much nicer way to play the game is when you sort of know and understand things. Unless you guys are just staring at that 4K potato, in which case, I get it. Totally understand. It's totally mesmerizing, really. But for anybody else that isn't, please feel free to ask any Arcade-related questions. I don't think there's any world events coming in today, is there? Let me see. Tools, schedule. Come on, why is this page taking forever? There we go. Oh, wait, actually Golden Plains battle is happening right now. I don't want to do that, though. It's going to be really laggy. Kadoom is in 24 minutes, too. Once Golden Plain ends, Kadoom is in 24 minutes. I might do that. But I don't think I'm going to be on stream for it, because I kind of want to not pay attention to talk. I'm going to take a break, I think, soon. So yeah, any final questions you guys might have, and then we'll wrap up the stream for today. And then I'm going to try to find some time tomorrow to stream, too. I think I should have more time during the week, next week, to stream. This week has been just ridiculous, with lots of stuff going on, so I didn't really have much time. Plus, I've been watching a lot of Clone Wars, which I really actually enjoyed. I was very surprised. I didn't think... Like, everybody's been saying Clone Wars is really good, and I was kind of skeptical on that. Like, yeah, it's a, you know, it's an animated thing. You know, the movies are okay. What are we... But actually, it's actually really worth it. I was very surprised by that. The writers have done a weirdly amazing job with Clone Wars, so I do recommend that. But anyways, I've been watching a lot of that, so that's taken up some time. But I think this week will be a lot more... I'll have a lot more free time, so I might be able to stream and just chill and help answer questions and stuff. Maybe do more readings and things. It's a new month, too, for the leaderboards, so we can actually go into arenas and not have to stress about stuff. It'll be fine. Not that I should be stressing to begin with. I'm not sure why I've had that mentality recently. Very strange. Oop. And come on, no! I'm out of mana. Kill him, Wolf. How was my pangolin not level 55 yet? Oh, there we go. Of course. Of course the timing on that would be perfect. Wait, I got a guild star? Why? Each one gives you a guild star. Okay. Cool. I'll take it. Let me put the pangolin away. Get another one out. This one. Level 10. Alright, let's get him some levels here. They'll level up really, really fast. Level 12. Okay. Cool. Alright, I'm not going to do this in stream the whole time. Are we done with the Calm Land? Oh my god, we're only at 64 kills? Alright, damn. I'm gonna have to kill things slightly faster, huh? Hey, Krish. What's up? Or aimbot, whatever you want me to call you. I don't know. I know you're aimbot in game. I remember that. I'm not doing anything too interesting. I'm just sort of chilling. Again, here to help answer questions from players. As usual, I feel like it's been quite good. I feel like there's been quite a bit of benefit from it. Bring folks. Which is better than normal. Better than I had imagined it would be. I just have to go through and make a bunch of those highlights of stuff and throw them on the YouTube page, and so if anybody has those kinds of questions that I've already answered, they can just go there. Should you wait for the garden to craft to awaken your cloak to Aranor, or just craft it? If you already... So, I'm going to answer this from a different perspective first. If you already have Aranor, there's a thing going on that's important to note. The current Aranor has the ability to have higher stats on some stuff, okay? And that goes away in the new version. So people with current Aranor who have high stats on stuff may not want to, like, re-roll their equipment. This is Aina. May not want to re-roll it because they already have the high stats. Like, this guy might have the high stats, whereas the low stats, instead of 116, might be like 99. There is some merit to upgrading your cloak now if you're trying to somehow go for those high stats. Somehow. However, I don't know whether or not it will just default to high stats in the new system, or if it's going to default to low stats in the new system, or if it's some kind of middle ground. I don't know that, number one. Number two, the RNG of upgrading a cloak versus the stable cost of upgrading a cloak is really on you. System defaults to high stats? Ooh, okay. Then yeah, maybe it's just better to wait, period. You could always do it. You could still do it right now and then recloak it in the new system, but then you have to actually get the stats that you want again. So if you have the stats you want right now on an Ionod cloak, you may want to just save that and wait for the new system, because the stats should theoretically hold up and stay with you going into the Aranor Tier 1. Okay? However, right now you could do it for a fixed cost, right? The fixed cost, there's no RNG, you just upgrade. There is a fixed cost that includes gold, though, right? In the new system, there is a much cheaper cost. However, it's RNG, and you might fail 4 times in a row. You might fail 6 times in a row, and you have to pay for that, right? So, it's... I think it is better to wait because of the fact... I don't know, actually, because you could always just recloak it and then try to get, the stats back, which sucks. The new system retains stats, yeah, so that's good. So if you have the stats you want, you might want to just stick with it. If you don't even have the stats you want on your Ionod cloak right now, yeah, okay, maybe you can upgrade it right now for a fixed cost, and that way you don't have to deal with the RNG or anything. But the cost right now to upgrade it is quite a bit. It's 2 blazing cloth, right, or 2 blazing materials, so it's actually quite expensive. Personally, I'd rather go for the RNG because I don't really care in the short term. I'll just get it in the long term. And I have the stats that I want in my cloak. It's 3 actual stats, so I'm going to keep that. I don't want to re-roll that just yet to anything else. Like, I even have Spirit here, but that's because Spirit gives parry rate. And I'm perfectly happy with having that right now. But later on, I might re-roll that to something else once they remove or change how parry is given. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. I have Stamina, Spirit, Strength, and the backstab melee damage, which is what I really like. And so I'm going to just wait. But if I didn't have the stats I wanted, then I possibly would actually upgrade in the current system. I don't know. Just, I have no idea. I haven't thought about it too much. Later on, probably get Agility. Really? But, oh, shit! You're right! I actually kind of want Agility. What Ziggy's referring to is in a later patch, they're, like, completely changing stats again. Hurrah, hurrah. And, God, it's like every single 3 months, huh? Anyways, they're changing stats, and they're making it so that Strength and Agility, and all of them, they don't give you as much crit rate anymore. And they don't give you... parry at all, or they don't give you evasion either. However, Strength and Agility will give focus, while Intelligence and Spirit will give cast time reduction. I kind of want the focus. But look at this! Look what I did here! Look at my stat migration. Bam! All my Agility's gone. So if I want to actually do something about this, I would have to put all of my Intelligence and spirit into agility and strength? Wait, really? Agility will still give low... Wait, did they change that recently? Because I didn't see that in any patch note. I saw complete 0 in the Japanese patch notes. Like, totally gone. That's what we saw from the Japanese patch notes. Or not Japanese patch notes, I'm sorry. It wasn't Japan. That was just Korea. That was just what Korea did. I might be mistaken, or maybe they changed it since then, but... Okay, either way. Yeah, I'd have to get rid of... I would have to get rid of spirit and intelligence instead of agility and intelligence. And put it into strength. Yeah, because then I'll have the 158 base agility, which is good. I don't want to increase my agility anymore necessarily, but I don't want to reduce it like I am right now. God, I hope when that patch comes in, they give us a bunch of migration stuff and all sorts of things. I know they won't, but I hope they do, because it's crazy. Already. Oh, you got it already. Let's see. Oh, you're already ready for it. I see what you mean. You already took everything else down. Wow, that's so even. That is actually really... Look at that. That's so even. 8 and 8, as opposed to my 3 and 18. Wait a minute. You're actually at 300, though. I didn't put myself at 300. I put myself at 295, just in case I have to make a change. Because once you're at 300, you can never change it again. Period. Ever. You have to only use the thing to completely reset it down to 0. And I don't want to do that. I'd rather migrate slowly and get, I already have the strength that I want, but just migrate, what would it be? It would be migrating spirit into agility, right? That's what that would be. So at least I'd have the strength the whole time. Unless they changed that too and they made it so you can actually reapply stuff at 300 when you're at max. I don't know. I don't want to risk it. So I set it 295. You can change from strength to stam for staying 295? Yeah. I would have to do the 5 one first. Wait. I would have to... Yeah, so I'd have to do the 5 back into strength. So that means that the applied stats goes down to 290, right? But I'd have to put something back, essentially. So the applied stats goes down to 290. Then I can start changing 10 stats at a time properly. Instead of being stuck at 300 and not being able to change any stats, I'd have to reset it to do that, right? So it's kind of a tactical move. I don't get the 5 extra stats, but that's fine, right? I don't have to sacrifice strength while I have to get everything back to where it was. Instead, I would just move around other stats. Something like that. I've never done this before. This is just my strategic attempt to make sure I don't get stuck in the future. And then I'll mess around with it later if I have to. Oh, an emergency alert. What? Hold on. That's a serious emergency. And I can't... Hold on. Oh, shit. Okay. Damn. That's some crazy shit happening. So there's a lot of riots and protests happening right now over quite a big deal of things that happened in America. I'm not going to go over that right now because I know we have a lot of people from other countries. Looks like my city has just put in a curfew into effect because of it all. Because of riots happening downtown. That's, I didn't even realize that there were riots happening downtown here. But putting a curfew into effect because of it, holy crap. It's not a super crazy curfew, but jeez. That's a worry. We're kind of glad you're not American. How are you guys still awake? What the hell? Go to sleep, people. What the hell is going on? Yeah, it's crazy all over the place, though. Let's be fair here, all right? No country can escape from the craziness, all right? Every country is crazy at the moment. You're just here to bully me, okay? You're allowed to. It's fine. Yeah, I have to kill 24 more things. Oh wait, no I don't. I have a Doom soon. It's quarantine sleep hours. It is actually. It's actually what it is. It's pretty much that. Everybody go to bed. Starting at 9. Dude, what the hell's happening right now? Let's see. They're lighting things on fire. What the hell? I mean, I get the protesting, but...
Nothing whatsoever.
Oops. It's, of course they hide videos in every single news ad you can. Man, this is crazy. Okay, I don't want to think about it. I'm just gonna keep playing video games. We do this to escape reality, alright? Do this to escape reality. That's how this works, alright? Play video games, chill, everything's fine. Wake up, look out the window, everything's on fire. Just close the curtains. It'll be fine. Just go play video games. Go to bed, 7, 8 a.m., wake up at 3 p.m. So you're a bat? Yeah, this is fine. It's exactly what that means. Are you like a bat then? Like a slithery... Okay, never mind. Bats don't slither. You know what I mean. You're a silly frog. Okay. That's cool. Didn't you have a silly frog at some point as like a profile picture? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Why do I feel like that's a relevant term? Where does that come from? 83. Oh my god. Just want to be done with this. Also, I'm not even sure why I need to do Kadoom anymore. Because I have, well... I can upgrade these gems, but I have them all in a tier 1. If I upgrade the gems, how many do I need? 15, I think? 15? 15 gems. Just to get 1% more. I'm not gonna do it. Screw it. I'll do it some other time. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. I'm probably still gonna end up queuing for Kadoom anyways, but I want to go get water and not think about stuff while I watch like Clone Wars. All right. So I'm done. Stream for 3 hours. I'll stream again tomorrow at some point. I don't think there's anything else to discuss or talk about. I think we got everything out there. Damn, if PTS really does come out on Monday, cool. I hope to see everybody there. We can play the video game together in the garden. It'll be great, I hope. If it doesn't just crash instantly. So I'll see you all then. But otherwise, yeah, I'll stream tomorrow and then maybe Monday too if the BTS comes out. Alright, I'm done, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow, possibly. Thanks, guys, for hanging out and following and stuff. Again, if you like the content, go ahead and follow the channel. And you can stalk me apparently on Reddit, because apparently I can have followers on Reddit. So that's a thing. And I'll see you all then. Bye, all. See ya.